white meat, dark meat, all will be carved. Thanksgiving.
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Nyes.
Motherfucker, I won best costume.
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What's going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, November 26th, 2019, and this is episode number 493 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Nice one!
Jose Guzman is not here. Fuck.
The whole thing's fucked.
The whole thing's fucked. Kelly Harris is here, though.
Fuck off, Tyler and John Mitchell.
Fucking
And Mahoney's here.
I like Nice's gift, but I don't know who any of those people are.
Who
But
was
you
your
can
favorite
respect
one? Who
the
was your
crap.
favorite one in the GIF?
The one wearing the weird bathing suit jumping up and down.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sunny Kiss.
Yeah, sun-kissed.
He is a gay man.
What about the picture I sent you?
I don't like that picture at all.
You don't?
And so
No.
that picture looks like what I did this afternoon. So
Yep.
smashing dudes today.
That dude, the picture I sent you, Mahoney, that guy can hold a water bottle with his tits.
I mean,
Okay.
he can't.
For
Yeah,
the record.
He just lifts up one, shoves the water bottle under it, and then puts it back down.
I mean,
For the record, I am not, nor have I ever been that fat. I rescind my comments.
it depends on if the water bottle is dry and my tits have some sweat on them. I could probably make it happen.
Well, I know what we're doing.
No, a
Wait
YouTube
for-
video coming.
I am not putting my tits on no YouTube video.
We'll do this on TikTok, Nice. We'll make it happen on TikTok.
I do have a
No,
TikTok.
we'll close the blinds in the office and do it there.
Yeah.
Math.
Oh, you just wanted to use the bathroom. Hold on. We're seeing if his tits
Don't worry about it.
hold a water bottle.
How about you mind your own goddamn business and come back in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It has been a couple weeks. Man.
Yeah, it's man.
Hey, plus go. Love you guys. You know what? It has been 2 weeks, man. Fucking nuts. So, I don't even know.
Demonetized.
Oh, I don't even know where to start. I mean, we've had some adventures. Some shit's been going down.
Well, you went to Goat's wedding where he finally hugged his girlfriend for the last time.
Hugged his girlfriend for the last time. Hugged his wife for the first time.
Aww.
Nothing about the day leading up to the wedding went according to plan. 'Cause my plan was simple. Gonna wake up. Gonna fucking... Because the kids were out. They had spent the night somewhere, so I could go to the rehearsal dinner the night before. So I was going to get up, and I was going to watch The Mandalorian, kick off some Watchmen.
But it turned out you had fallen asleep in the shower and flooded your hotel room.
I have fallen asleep in the shower before. The kids were at school. That's right. It was a Friday. I was gonna take the kids to school, come home, watch The Mandalorian. That's it. That was the plan. However, when I got home from the rehearsal dinner that night and went to go to the bathroom, the kids' bathroom, I found the kids' bathroom toilet full of shit, and the arm on the flusher gimmick was broken.
All right.
So I go in to my daughter's bedroom and said, "Hey, what happened to the toilet?" She's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, it's full of shit, and the arm gimmick on the flusher is broken." She's like, "It wasn't me." I go, "Okay, well, it wasn't Jack's because there's toilet paper in there, and we're still working on that. So clearly it wasn't Jack's." And I'm pretty sure it wasn't Jennifer because she's a grown-ass adult and would have said something. She's like, okay. All right. Like, so is the story you're sticking with a prowler broke into the house, took a shit, and then broke the toilet gimmick? No. I go, okay, I guess we're done here. So the plan promptly became fix the toilet as well. No problem. Dropped the kids off, went to Lowe's, got a little handle thing, and while I was there, I got a new fill valve. So went home, popped the handle off, put the handle on, put the new fill valve in, but there was a problem because the nut holding the supply line onto the bottom of the fill valve was just corroded as fuck. It was a weird, like the plastics had just melded to become one thing. So I did what I do when faced with an obstacle. I completely destroyed it. I got my Dremel out, cut that nut right the fuck off, went back to Lowe's for a new supply line for the water.
Look at you, man.
Picked it up, went home, took the old line off. It was that weird I now know it's called PEX. It's like a little thin tube.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I got the regular metal one.
Good.
Yeah. Wait. Put that supply line on, fill that shit up. Everything was great. By this point, it was like 11. Had to be at the wedding at 2:00. That's plenty of time for a 39-minute episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh.
I sat down on the couch, fired up the Disney Plus, watched the little recap. This little space iguana comes walking across the screen. We're about 12 seconds into the episode proper, and I just hear,
Oh no.
Oh no.
"What the fuck?" And I go in. Apparently, the valve that goes from the floor to the toilet, it has to go to PEX. It can't go to a regular compression hose. And if it does, the valve will rocket off of the floor, and you will have water shooting all over your bathroom.
Oh no.
So I had to run to the outside, turn off the entire water supply to the house because there was no way to even secure the valve back to, the hose didn't come off. The valve itself rocketed off the floor.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it was horrible. About this point, Nicole wakes up. I go walking out. I'm soaking wet. There's towels everywhere. It's like, what the fuck happened? I said, I tried
She's
to
like,
fix
why is the toilet full of shit?
Yeah, the toilet was not full of shit. I did 4 fucking test flushes, and everything was great. It was an A+ execution until the valve flew off the fucking thing. So okay, this has now become a much more significant repair.
You can't even attach PEX without the special adapter, like the tool and all that.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
Learned a lot. But it's like noon now. I have to get ready for a fucking wedding. And, my kids can't come home to their house where they can't use the toilet or the sink. There's no sinks. Like, you can't do anything. Like, there's no water running in the house at this point. And that's when my beautiful wife began spiraling out of control. Because, not for nothing, we've been looking forward to this for quite some time as a kid-free wedding thing. Because, Zoe's old enough, she's going to hang out and just watch her brother. And that's when I'm like, hey, just call literally any one of our friends and be like, hey, can you hang out with the kids? And, my beautiful wife is like, well, we can't do that. Everyone has plans. And I'm like, sure. But, what if one of our friends were to call you when you had some plans in an emergency situation? Would you be like, fuck you? You'd be like, no problem. I got you. She's like, well, I can't do that. I go, well, that's because you're broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
People ask people for help all the time. You give people help all the time. This is just the universe's way of being like, hey, help out. Like, all right, I'm going to Jennifer's house to take a shower. I call Jennifer up, and Nicole's like, this is what's going on. Jennifer's like, why don't I take the kids with me? And I'm like, yeah, see, that's what I fucking said. That's great. I was like, I can't do that. And Jennifer's like, what are you, fucking crazy? Like, what are you going to do, not go to essentially your brother's wedding? That's retarded. And I'm like, yeah, that's retarded. Like, we take the help, you fucking lunatic. But at this point, I could not argue anymore. I had to go take a shower. So I go take a shower, go to the wedding, put on a tux for the first time, probably since my wedding. Boy, they are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, they only look good if you're standing perfectly straight up with your arms at your side. Anything beyond that, shit gets real tight and weird. It's awful. Not a huge fan. Eventually, the lady shows up, looking hot as shit. Everything's great. Looking banging for this wedding. This big fancy outdoor venue. It was quite chilly, but we had a reception in the event barn. This place has a big fancy event barn. It was great. Unbeknownst to me, my lovely wife had rented a hotel room for the night. A jacuzzi suite at the local Econo Lodge.
Ooh.
Oh.
Fancy establishment had an 8.5 on TripAdvisor.
Out of what? 19?
A 10. You know, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's okay. Beautiful ceremony. Lovely wedding. Everybody was super happy. Lots of just, family, not a whole lot of friends, a whole lot of like, friends our age, I should say. A lot of, family mostly. It's a small place, so they couldn't have like a big guest list. They had to be real selective. So of course, family went first. So there wasn't a whole bunch of like, folks in our demographic, so to speak.
Oh, I understand. I've been waiting for my invitation. I get it now.
Yeah. It was very small.
I figured he was just hugging his girlfriend too much to send out the invitations.
Yeah.
No, there was not a lot of non-blood relatives on either side. But I made the cut. God damn it. Ooh, in your face. So, we'd kind of planned on like hanging out at the reception until like midnight, but this shit was over at 8:30. Everyone was just gone.
That sounds
8:30.
tremendous.
Eventually we just out like the ones of us that are of, in our fucking 30s looked around and go, are we the last ones? And go there and they're like, I think we're the last ones. So y'all have fun on your honeymoon, I guess.
Time to go fuck.
And so, the day started with just a series of calamitous events, but ended up with my lady and I having tacos in a jacuzzi. So there are worse ways to end the day.
That's what they call it now.
Tacos in a jacuzzi?
Yeah, I said, fuck it. We went and got a party pack of tacos, hopped in the jacuzzi, ate tacos.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
That is so on brand.
It's super on brand. It was kind of dope. Fucking fired up
Dude.
Netflix on the iPad.
New bucket list item.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Like, if you've never eaten tacos in a jacuzzi, you're missing out. Like, it's a balancing act. You got to be real careful. Nobody wants a wet taco, but it's worth the experiment.
Lee, no, I think you do want a wet taco.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You want your taco to be visually full as well.
Visually full, very important, very important. That was great. But boy, yeah, real quick fix when I got all the shit together to fix the thing the next day, and now everything is a-okay. But was not a fan of all that bullshit.
Just imagine.
This last week's show to go to the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow, which was a ton of fun. Had a good time.
Oh, Nice told us you had diarrhea.
Oh, did he? Is that right?
I did not.
Well,
Lee,
just
did
wait.
you listen to last week's episode?
Just wait.
Just wait. As we're at the lovely Belcourt
Wait,
Theater.
no, Lee, I need you to answer this. Did you listen to last week's episode?
I did.
So did you hear our Kevin Smith impressions?
I did.
Were they spot on?
Spot on.
It was like you were
Knew it.
there again, wasn't it?
It was like I'm like, oh shit, is it last night? Oh
Yeah.
no, it's not last night at all. It's just
Oh, hey man.
oh,
Hey
it's
guys.
Hey guys.
beautiful. It's like are there two
Who
of them
wants to
now?
talk about Batman?
Great. It was fun. The movie was fun. Like, if you like this fucking movie, you'll like this movie. Like, it's all self-referential. It's all in jokes. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Crowd was actually pretty cool. I was a little concerned. You never know what you're gonna get with a bunch of nerds. These are mostly had their shit together. Q&A was fun. It was a good time. I would do that again the next time you fucking roll through time. That was good.
He's good at those things.
Yeah, it's great. And talks about how that model of taking it out and touring it is the way that he takes the funds from that, like, and he used it to pay back like the investors on the flick, which is kind of a smart move. Like, people invest in the movies, like, yeah, in a year you'll have your money back, and most movies don't do that, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing to do.
Plus, they're not blowing all kinds of money on advertising.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Say what you will about the man, but he fucking cornered a pretty good market.
I think at some point he realized, hey, I'm not opening a wide release ever again. So let's figure out some other way to do this.
It works. It's good. But just before the show at the Historic Belcourt Theater in Nashville, I had just horrible diarrhea. And that diarrhea persisted for 3.5 days.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
Between Tuesday and Friday, I lost 8 pounds.
Oh, shit. Did you go to
It
India?
was horrible.
Did you go to the doctor? You probably should have.
No, it worked itself out. We're Rodriguez, man. We fucking handle our business.
Yeah, I would say at day 4, maybe you go to an urgent care.
Yeah, 'cause I was like waking up and my mouth was all dry because my body was just horribly dehydrated.
Mhm.
Like,
That's not where I thought you were going.
nothing was staying in. It was awful.
Woke up every morning and my mouth was full of shit.
It was just dry and like my lips were just cracked because there was just nothing left in there. And my butthole must look like a baboon's ass, just red and raw and awful. It was a terrible experience, but I'm better now. It's okay.
Good.
But that kind of was sort of the dominating story for the back half of last week, which is great, cool. I'm gonna let you finish your story, but first I gotta go take shit 22 of the day. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. And Nicole's like, cool. Really glad you shared that. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're gonna tell the story on the podcast. And I said, yes.
Hey,
I definitely will tell the story on the podcast.
look at it this way. Good thing you fixed that toilet.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It was goddamn terrible. But healthy, feeling good, back on the mats, rolling jiu-jitsu, prepping for my lady's birthday tomorrow. And then the next day, I'm just full of all the Thanksgiving anxiety because by my final count, there were 307 people coming to the house.
Oh, no.
So many people.
You're hosting?
Yeah, we've hosted for the past couple of years, and it's been pretty good. And, it's more or less just our people. Because, like, our Friendsgiving is just our Thanksgiving at this point.
You're not inviting any strangers over?
No strangers, but,
That's
like,
good.
all the people, and some of them got kids, and
Well, Lee, guess what? I invited a bunch of strangers to your house.
I won't notice the difference.
Bunch of
Get
bikers.
ready to meet Connor
Keith,
and Braden.
Cody.
I
Cody's
hate Braden already. I hate Braden. But in a bold move, and got both mom and dad coming to Thanksgiving. So
Well, they're gonna love Zebediah.
Zeb for short.
good
Yeah.
old Zeb. So yeah, that's what the fuck I got going on. It's been-
Zebediah runs a small business making waffles for dogs.
I'll make sure to like his Etsy page.
Yeah, Kelly, send me that link.
So speaking of dogs, what's this fucking critter you have in your house? Nice.
Well, my parents, you guys, I've talked about Dozer on the show before.
Yeah.
My parents'
I
dog.
didn't know Dozer was a fucking giant.
Well, Dozer was a giant.
Yeah.
But he passed away earlier this year, and my parents were going to, bide their time and shop around dogs to adopt and find one that looked exactly like Dozer.
R.I.P. White boy.
Macabre.
Yeah,
But okay.
R.I.P. White Boy #1. But then they ended up going to one of those PetSmart adoption events like 2 weeks later and found this little fucker named Duffy. And brought him home as a puppy. Like, my parents are in their 60s. Like, and Dozer was a senior dog at that point. He was chill as fuck, well behaved. They were all on a schedule together, and they were just so starved for, you know, that dog to keep them occupied that they went and got themselves a fucking puppy. And that's just at 60, you don't need to be dealing with that. You don't need to be potty training or you know, going through teething with a dog or whatever. So
I can't fucking imagine.
You know, right off the bat, he's a psycho puppy, but he's adorable. He's sweet. He's a handsome boy, but he's got that puppy energy. And you know, they got him, I feel, around February, and it's now
He's already that big.
He's fucking 85 pounds,
Jesus.
and it's pure muscle. So, you know, they it's their 40th anniversary this past week, so they're going on a cruise, and they needed me and Mary to watch the pup for the week, and that's cool, you know. We do what we got to do, and he's sweet, but you know, we haven't had a dog in the house or had to, you know, take care of a dog on a 24-hour basis since well, I mean, Mary wasn't even around for Butch, and that was over 10 years ago. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment. And
Jesus Christ, Butch died 10 years ago?
Yeah, 2010.
Fuck, I've known you a long time.
Right before me and Mary started talking.
God damn it, I remember being sad about Butch.
Aww. Yeah.
Shit.
Sweet boy.
We're getting old.
We are getting old. So, you know, first of all, he's a puppy, so we gotta, you know, puppy-proof everything. He got kicked out of the bedroom tonight because he found a little roach trap and bit into it. So he got kicked out of the bedroom for that, you know. And he just likes to fuck with you too. He will look at you and just fuck with you. He's that type of dog. Like he doesn't like getting in his leash, so he'll fuck with you with that. You know, he'll grab your shoes and just be like, "I got your shoe, motherfucker. Come and get it." So we live on a second story. He was dropping his toys from the top of the stairs and then running down and fetching them.
That's amazing.
Like, that's probably going to annoy the neighbors after a while. So we need to.
You think?
Yeah. So we need to nip that in the bud. But man, so they live out. It's not like a rural area, but it's a quiet little dirtbag town. And he has his routine. He has, you know, the path that they walk every day, you know, which is basically a circle. But we live in this condo complex where there's no like defined path. It's basically a fucking maze. And there's so many people.
Just a concrete jungle.
Yeah, so many people, so many cars, so many other animals, so many other smells, and he's got puppy brain. He's a dumb idiot, and he's got ADHD, and he can't pay attention to anything for too long, and he's also 85 pounds, and he's pulling me, who's pushing over 400, and just pulling me like nothing. And we're just exhausting each other.
That is entirely too much, dog.
Oh man, he is just a big old beef boy.
But see, even just looking at him, he's not that big.
That's way too much, dog.
I feel like he still has growing to do. I don't feel like he's as big as Buster is.
How big is Buster?
But he's just dense.
Buster weighs like 60 pounds.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know why. I always pictured him as bigger.
Well, I mean,
he's like a good medium sized dog.
Because he's a German Shepherd, but he's not like a full size honking German Shepherd.
Nah, he's just a fucking mud breed.
Yeah. So that's been our week. We
like,
are
even if he's bigger than this dog, like those dogs are just fucking. He made me feel like, you know, taller, longer, whatever, but that dog is fucking stout. So he's gonna be heavier.
Oh my God. So, you know, they left on Saturday, so it's only been 4 days, and we're at our wits' end. But it's fine.
God.
It's good. We've got another. They're gonna come pick them up on Sunday. So just a few more days. But all in all, he's a good dog, and he hasn't fucking pissed in the house. He hasn't shit in the house. He hasn't torn anything up.
Well, that's good.
He has put a few roach traps in his mouth.
Who hasn't?
I'm sure he's fine.
Been there.
Yeah.
You know, because they
Kelly had pigeon and he didn't die.
exactly.
Yeah. Came real close.
But you know, it's been a while since I've been, you know, because we go over there every so often. We hang out with the dog, but then we get to leave.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since I've like had to walk a dog, and to see him drop a deuce, a messy deuce at that, like not super solid, drop it, and then walk away like nothing happened, not a fucking trace on his butthole. And I'm like, why does he get that? Why do we have to wipe and then put on 2 layers of clothing? And in some cases, depending on the shit, you might have to go back and wipe again just to follow up on things. Why do they just get to butthole clean?
Just pristine.
No issues whatsoever. And then they just get to sit on anything that they want.
Do that move where they get to rub your asshole on the carpet. And if you did that, it'd be a fucking horror show.
Yeah.
I had my mom write out like a manual, a Duffy manual, because they know all of his routines and all of his
Duffy manual.
all of his idiosyncrasies. And one of the notes was, you know, you walk him in the morning, you walk him in the mid-afternoon, you walk him at night. He'll probably poop twice a day. If he's like vigorously licking at his butthole, that means he probably has to poop. So whenever he's really going at it, I'm like, oh god.
It's just
Same energy.
It's like ice cream. He's just licking off the top, making sure it doesn't run out.
And this dog farts, man. And they stink. They smell so bad. So when we leave, we put him in the one bathroom just so that he's not running around the house making noise, you know, playing catch down the stairs and all that. And one time we got back and we opened the door to the bathroom. I was like, oh god, have you just been dropping farts in here? It smelled
Just been a hot boxing in there.
Mary keeps comparing him to like a gross teenage boy because he just smells and he's just got bad habits and he's gross and he's a dumb idiot, but he's also sweet.
It's just freebasing his own farts.
Yeah, I saw the story yesterday about a man who died from multi-organ failure after his dog licked him.
Oh.
And it transmitted a rare infection. And apparently there's a bacteria in the saliva of dogs and cats that like will fuck you up.
Oh, that's cool.
It gets into your person.
Why are you telling us this?
Because this is the kind of shit I've been talking about with dogs forever.
No, I thought you were afraid of horses.
I'm not afraid of horses. I'm deathly allergic to them.
Yeah, he's allergic to horses. He hates dogs.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid of dogs. Just not a fan. Look, they're just. Have you heard the stories he's been telling? That's why I'm not a fan of dogs.
Oh man, he loves to lick too.
Dude, if we didn't have like a yard, like if we had to walk the dog on like a daily basis, I would lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah,
that's the entire reason why I don't have a dog. I don't want to have to go walk it.
That sucks because we just have the one car right now, so I have to walk him. I can't just like take him to a dog park and just let him run free because he fucking will too.
Oh, I'm sure
he wants to. I gotta tell you this one story though before I move on. So tonight we get home and he's been in the bathroom, and then as soon as he gets out of there, he starts acting a fool. He doesn't bite per se, but as you're petting him on the head, he will turn and like nibble on you.
No, man, that's biting. Fuck that noise.
No,
like,
biting.
I hate that shit.
I feel like biting is an aggressive thing. This isn't aggressive. This is just him
This
not
is more sexual.
Yeah, he just doesn't have opposable thumbs, and he just wants to see how far he can chomp down before he breaks the skin, before you say ouch. So he's just all over the place. ADD. We can't get a handle on him. We try to sit down to watch Rick and Morty, and he's off somewhere else, getting into some problems, in the unit here. And, neither of us can relax because we don't know what he's doing. We have to both keep getting up and seeing what he's doing. And I'm like, well, this dog, as most dogs do, they love food. And if you're eating food, they want some of your food. So I said, all right, I'm going to go grab an unopened bag of chips. And they're actually the wild buffalo wing flavored Takis. So I go grab this bag. And I go sit on the couch, and lo and behold,
perfect for a dog with fart problems.
Yeah. Well, don't bury the lead here. It's unopened. Remember, unopened bag of chips. So
Look at us, just fucking predicting each other's stories tonight.
So I go and sit on the couch, and lo and behold, here comes this fucking dumb idiot who's been running around the house doing who knows what, and he comes and sits right by me, and he's being super sweet, and I keep crinkling the bag a little bit, and he's so attentive. He's resting his head on my knee, and he's just acting like a sweet little angel. He's not begging, but he's just waiting. He's waiting for me to open it, have one, and then hand one to him. But I never open it. Every so often, when he's not paying attention, I'll crinkle the bag a little bit, and that'll lock him in again.
Oh, see, whatever happens next, it's on you.
This motherfucker worked himself into a shoot, and he was being so sweet and so attentive, and he was paying attention to the bag of chips that he fell asleep. I was so proud of myself.
That was a heartwarming end to that story.
I said to him out loud multiple times, and I'm thinking of Kelly the entire time. I'm like, you worked yourself into a shoot. The only other,
last week's Rick and Morty sure was good though.
which
The one last week with the heist con.
yes, yeah. So we're gonna have to rewatch that.
Yeah, probably.
Because
that was a lot
neither
of fun though. I like that one.
neither of us really caught the whole episode. I do my NECA ambassador duties at our Target every week, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I think I did it Thursday last week. I show up there, and they've got the new NECA Ninja Turtles 2-packs, but they've only got the Turtles. So, in my mind, I'm thinking, they had Bebop and Rocksteady, and they're fucking gone now, and I'm probably never going to see them again. Just like when they did the other releases, I think they showed up at my Target once, but that was weeks after you, Kelly, and John and Lee hooked me up. So the plan was Friday, I would drop Mary off at work. I would pick her up from work, and then we'd drive out to my parents' house. But in the meantime, I would have the car, and I'd do myself a little bit of action figure hunting. So I mapped myself out 3 targets in the area, and I was going to find me some goddamn Bebop and Rocksteady. Didn't find Bebop and Rocksteady, but every target I hit had those Fat Mojo office blind boxes, which are just these little minifigs. And I haven't seen those anywhere, and I've been waiting. So, no Bebop and Rocksteady, but they got the blind boxes. So I'm like, all right, I'm here. Let me grab a couple. I go to the next one. They've got the blind boxes too, and they've got the little 5-inch Fat Mojo office figures with the. I think they have 7, maybe 9 points of articulation. They're crappy. They're cheap. The likenesses aren't great, but still, I'd rather have these than a Funko Pop.
Amen to that.
The cool. I mean, they're $9.
Cheaper than a Funko Pop.
And cheaper than a reaction figure, which I would say is similar in quality.
Get the fuck out of my face with reaction
but
figures.
They come
Reaction
with
figures are trash.
the
$15.
the accessories are the cool part, because like the Michael Scott comes with a World's Best Boss mug, and I put that shit on Krang today. I'm gonna take so many pictures with different figures holding the World's Best Boss mug. Michael Scott also comes with a little Dundee, and Dwight comes with his Dwight bobblehead, and Pam comes with her teapot and a little artist palette. So that's the only 3 they've released so far is Pam, Dwight, and Michael Scott.
I think that's the only time I've ever seen a toy that comes with a toy of itself.
Right? I need to actually get in there because they're just solid plastic. It's just like a solid tan plastic. So I might have to get in there and do some customization on the Dundee and the Dwight bobblehead.
My man.
I got 3 of the blind boxes. I got a Daryl and then a yellow Dundee and a silver Dundee. And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to pick up any more of these because they're sick.
If you get 3 and 2 of them are the same thing, fuck out of here.
Well, I mean they're at least
that's
different
blind boxes
colors.
for you.
Yeah, they're at least different colors. And at least, like, no offense to Daryl, but I would have liked, like, a Michael Scott or a Dwight or a Pam or a Jim or something, but no. So after, $18 and 3 different blind boxes, I think I'm done with these.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible model. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
And then last thing is Jose's lady works at a local department store, and Black Friday sales are coming up. And we had talked previously about getting Fitbits. Mary's got the Fitbit that she uses. She loves it. They were both talking about getting Fitbits, and I've wanted one for forever, if only for the watch aspect, because especially at like Toy Fair, I like to have a watch. Just so I could turn my hand over and say, oh, that's what time it is. Where do I need to be in 10 minutes or whatsoever? The smartwatch function of it is just gravy on top of that. So I've been looking into the Fitbits, but apparently they don't make Fitbits for wrists larger than 8 inches. And they don't even make extendable sized wristbands for Fitbits.
That seems like a blind spot.
Yeah, because, like, I'm sure there's a lot of thick-wristed fat people out there that would like to, get fit a bit.
It's kind of, you would imagine, a decent-sized portion of their target audience.
Right. Seems like it. So I've been doing a lot of research, seeing if I can find, like, third parties, seeing if... I had heard at one point that if you needed a larger band, you just have to contact customer service and they'll send you one. But then after my research, I found that on a lot of Fitbit support forums, they're like, we don't really have plans to offer larger bands at any point. So I tweeted at them motherfuckers today, and they came back at me.
Shit.
They came back and they were like, yeah, you know what? Great idea. Why don't you sign up for our forums and then comment on this thread? I'm like, you want me to sign up for a forum for a product I cannot fit or buy at this point? No.
Did you tell them to sign up for our Discord so that you could talk to them there?
That's fantastic. But we were out to dinner, and I was bitching about this, and at one point I said something like, they just need Fitbits for thick boys. And Jose was like, oh, we got an idea. Thickbit.
Thickbit. That's right.
Ooh.
So if anyone wants to get on the ground floor of Thickbit, we are taking investors.
I kind of love that.
But come on, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's stupid.
But Mary loves her Fitbit. She codes shit on it. She made a little Disney World app on it, which is pretty cool. It tracks her sleep. It tracks her activity.
Yeah, I don't need anything that tracks my sleep because I know it's like,
Bad.
not good. No, we good.
Seriously.
Well, I really hope get that thick bit off the ground.
Yeah. Eric Magnus says he'll put in $100 for Thickbit.
I got 5 on it.
But he spelled it with a K. No. 2 C's.
No. 2 C's.
And for every size up you go, you add a C.
I love it.
Yeah.
One of our friends just opened a bar here in town, and
Oh, do they serve waffles to dogs?
they do not serve waffles to dogs.
Zebediah?
No, afraid not. Afraid not. But I was watching the kids, and everybody's up there, and Nicole comes home that night, and she's like, So I had a guy call me and Jennifer thick, and I'm like, is that good? I go, no, that's good. And like, in all fairness,
You thick.
you're thick. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. 2 C's, it's good. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. She's like, it sounded like a compliment. I go, no, it definitely was a compliment.
Thick is so in right now.
Yep.
That's funny. What's going on, Kelly?
All right. Well,
Anybody call you thick?
no, I wish.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's calling Kelly thick anytime soon.
No.
Unless they're
I'm
talking
not.
about that rhino dick he's got hanging between his legs.
Oh my god.
Let's be honest. I'm about average.
Kelly
Average rhino.
Kelly was complimenting my giant penis before the show tonight, so I had to pay it forward.
That's true. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, let's see. What have I been up to? Well, let's talk about a little Twitter thing first, guys. It's one of my favorite times of the year. It's the NY64.
Yes.
I love this idea, but I had to shut that shit down because they were retweeting far too much.
I completely
Yeah, they retweet a lot.
I completely forgot about it, and then I went to follow them and realized I was already following them.
So, for those that don't know, the NY64 is a tournament of awful, awful things in wrestling. This year, but last year it was the top 64 scandals in wrestling
Right.
history. This year, it is the top 64 worst people in professional wrestling.
So it's not just WWE; it's professional wrestling as a whole.
You know what? I think it actually might just be WWE.
Okay, that
now
I was wondering because it's the NY64.
Yeah, no, it's WWE and people that have been like absorbed by WWE, I suppose.
Gotcha.
So that's how you get like WCW people in there and stuff too. But yeah, it's a really strong bracket this year. Mahoney, I really do think you'd be interested in this.
I was just about to mute you and eat some goldfish.
There is some fine stories of terrible people.
Do tell.
And if I know anything about Daniel Mahoney, it's that he loves hearing stories about terrible people. So let's go through the final play-in that just came up.
Can you hear me opening my goldfish?
I
Kelly?
can. This one's a 4-way. Got Bob Holly versus Rick Steiner versus William Regal versus Teddy Hart.
I do
I'm gonna
appreciate that they go through and give you reasons for each person's inclusion in the tournament.
Oh yeah, no, because you need it sometimes.
So what's Rick Steiner's problem?
Rick Steiner's just pretty much he works stiff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he works stiff and takes advantage
So-
of smaller wrestlers.
Same with Bob Holly.
Yeah, but Teddy Hart.
That's what they call it when he's got a heart on when he wrestles, right?
Yeah. Teddy Hart was blackballed from Ring of Honor for an insane incident where he began doing unplanned moonsaults off of the scramble cage, forcing other wrestlers to catch him or risk letting the guy land on the mat.
Jesus.
He leaves out the part where Teddy was doing the moonsaults until he puked.
So he just did them over and over again?
Yeah, and then eventually he threw up and stopped.
I've always
Teddy's
been
personal life is even worse, as he was accused of physical and sexual assault, forcing his partners to kill their pets and pets and other threats. He is also accused of forcing them into sex work and taking hundreds of thousands of dollars from them. And while the charges were dropped, Teddy said his story is very fishy, involving revenge for money lost on a PoP business. Teddy Hart may also have killed a lady.
Yeah. And he also just like chucks his cats around at wrestling shows. I have always been on the Teddy Hart is a piece of shit bandwagon from day one.
Yeah.
He brings cats to wrestling shows and throws them about?
Yes.
Yeah. He's taught them how to wrestle.
His cats?
Yeah. Mr. Velvet is his current cat. Mr. Money died.
Oh.
Can't imagine why.
From all the throwing?
Going through
Yeah.
the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you watch one of his matches, you'll see him accompanied by Mr. Velvet.
This sounds ill-advised.
Teddy Hart is soundly winning the poll currently.
And Teddy Hart has a haircut, what you could only describe as 2014 Kerouac. You
Yeah,
know,
no, that's pretty spot on.
that Statue of Liberty going on in the front there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's solid.
J-Pop in the chat says he thinks Mr. Money died from an angry ex getting revenge. Ugh.
I think that played a role in it. I know an angry ex kidnapped the cat and got it neutered.
Hey,
And
Pop, why did one of your exes kill this man's cat?
and if it's not apparent, Teddy Hart is a member of the famous Hart Dungeon family. And, you know, that family has been through a lot. And he's probably the shittiest of them all.
Yep.
Yeah, that includes when Owen died on live television.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, in a twist that I actually wasn't expecting, in the Battle of the Homophobes, AJ Styles beat Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
Well, AJ moves on to face Jimmy Snuka in the first round.
And why is Jimmy Snuka on that list, Kelly?
Oh, because he killed a lady by pushing her down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
His-
that's right.
His girlfriend at the time, yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
and then Vince McMahon covered it up.
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, I
knew
would've-
that. That was just for Mahoney's benefit.
I
This is what
said-
you're missing out on, Mahoney.
I
I
thought
was eating goldfish. I could not hear you.
he was putting goldfish in his ears.
I took a chug out of the bag and was chewing them real loud.
I would have put Brock over AJ easy.
I voted Brock for sure.
And even though Jimmy Snuka killed a woman, I think Brock could have taken him. Because Brock seems like real piece of shit.
We know he donates to Trump.
Yeah.
Then in
he
the
didn't
other
murder a woman.
No, but he did apparently murder a bunch of baby birds.
Well,
See, I feel like
were they tweeting
killed
too much
1,000
outside of his
birds.
apartment window?
many wrestling fans would probably be more upset that he murdered the birds than the women.
Yeah.
Hey,
Apparently there's some interview where they were outside and they were interviewing him and these birds wouldn't shut up, so he went and knocked the nest over and then snapped all their necks.
Of course, yeah. That sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah.
He just probably didn't have any boiling water on him at the time, right?
Yeah.
he's got some. Brock has some real Lenny energy, I feel.
Yeah. The other
the world's biggest paper
Well,
boy. That's
he
true.
was probably just super stressed about that fucking futon.
True. There's the third plan is also up for voting right now, and that is a triple threat between Dana Warrior, the Harris twins, and Mansoor.
Yeah, that
the
one's-
Warrior thing is pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
Those are some deep
But
cuts there.
the Harris twins are literal Nazis.
I can't
Literal
believe
Nazis.
I can't believe that one Harris twin showed up at Impact with a shirt that said SS on it.
Yep.
That's wild.
Sure did.
Hey, Triple H walks around with iron crosses all over himself, so
Yeah. Mahoney, I do want you to look at the bracket. I do want to send these to you and have you vote in each one. I want to know your votes after you weigh the options.
He's gonna
their
break his phone
terribleness.
trying to vote for all of them.
So Mahoney, so you don't have to follow them for the retweet with all the retweets. Whenever there's a new poll up, I'll send it to you so you can look through and tell me who you think is the worst.
I would like that.
All right.
I had to quit following it, but I would be into the.
I'll share that in our group chat whenever
Nice.
the new polls go up.
Perfect.
Well, in Discord, put it on Discord.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
J-Pop was talking about it's already the original one was already in Discord.
nice. Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
must have missed that.
Did you know there's a wrestling section?
I sure didn't.
It's so unfortunate that Jose's not here for a second week in a row because I showed Kelly and Mahoney this thing I put together for. It's a game specifically for Jose, and I'm so excited for him to play it, but he has to be here for it to work. You'll see.
It's gonna
You'll see
be
it,
good.
Lee.
It's gonna be real good.
I would actually like Mahoney to participate in it too.
I'm in. I'm up for it.
It's called Name That Wrestler.
And then I've been playing more Pokemon. About 26 or 27 hours in.
I like how much you like it, and I like how much you like that other people hate it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was on Thursday. I just started fighting with people about it.
You're getting a bunch of Tylers in your mentions, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm being the Tyler in their mention because I'm seeing them comment on Twitter posts about how well the game is doing by saying, "Oh, Game Freak lied," and blah blah blah. And so I just tweet at them and say, "Go cry more."
Remember when we lost our Wrestling Geek Kelly robot because I did that with DragonCon fans?
Yeah,
Oh.
but like these fucking dumb dicks that hate this game, most of them haven't even played it. There was one dude I saw who's like, "You can clear the game in 15 hours." I'm like, you just rushed through the game to complain about the fact that you rushed through the game. Like, I'm nowhere near the end of it, and I've put in almost double that time. And these dickheads who are just going around and like, "Oh, they didn't put all the Pokemon in." Really? Really? You want all the Pokemon? All of them? You expect them to put in all these different models, all these different animations for almost 1,000 goddamn Pokemon.
All
No.
you need Pikachu, you need Squirtle, you need the sombrero-wearing duck that screams when he asks for coffee.
Let me tell you something. That
You're
guy's
good.
in there.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no, these fucking piss babies. Like, who expects all of the animals to be in one section of the world?
Yeah, even from a living in the fantasy world in which the game takes place, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
It's like if you're having a game that takes place in like Nebraska, I'm like, why are there no pumas here?
Yeah.
Who took out all? They didn't put in the pumas?
Yeah.
Fucking lazies.
Like, I don't get it. Like, it just. And also, remember, Pokemon are games for dumb babies.
It's a dumb baby game.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. You're not a dumb baby. And no, you're still a dumb baby, but in a different way from the other dumb babies. God, Pokemon fans are the fucking worst. And I like yelling at them.
Kelly
It makes me feel better.
is coming at Pokemon fans like it's people's families.
Yep.
What families did he went after? Zack Snyder's family. What other families
Yep.
did he go after last week?
No, I didn't go after Zack Snyder's family. Zack Snyder's career went after Zack Snyder's
Oh
family.
my god. I think it was all the families. Family ties, family matters,
Family Guy.
Yep.
family feud. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Family Feud.
Real quick, when I was talking about figure hunting, I forgot to mention John.
You bought a Steve Harvey action figure?
John, aka Tanker One, Kelly's buddy, who hooked me up with a couple of the 2-packs from last series, grabbed me a Bebop and Rocksteady, so I got them suckers on the way. I'm so excited. They look so chonky.
John, they're gonna close that Target. Not enough people shop at that Target.
To be honest, I didn't realize those were new. And so when he called me, he was like, "Hey, does Knives still need these?" And I was like, I don't.
No, they
I don't know,
literally
maybe.
started hitting like last Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
So when I got to my Target on Thursday and all that was left was turtles, like my heart sank. And they've been putting them on the website, but as soon as they go up, they're sold out
Yeah.
immediately.
And NECA shit just as a whole is real weird for how it ships.
Well, yeah, especially with Target because, Target doesn't participate in it at all.
Yeah. Because we order direct from NECA. Like, we don't go through Diamond for NECA stuff. We just order direct from them. It just kind of shows up one day. Like, there's no timetable. Like, they'll tell you, like, oh, it'll be like Q2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the best you get. Like, the NECA stuff just kind of shows up one day. People will ask us, like, oh, when you getting this? And fucking, I don't know.
That is a very good question.
And then there's been times in the past where they'll send us stuff and, like, there's just no invoice. So we're like, cool. Got no idea how much to charge on these. Like, NECA's, I think, is one of those companies where it's like, 5 dudes working.
Oh yeah, it is such a small operation. They got me fucking fixing the end cap.
That is true.
Bless them. Bless their hearts.
Yep.
Hell of a model.
Yep. And then let's see. Survivor Series was this past Sunday, and I didn't watch a second of that shit.
Oh, that's
Me
awesome.
neither.
I'm so happy for you, Kelly. I didn't watch
I am
any of it
too.
either.
It's the big stance.
Yeah.
I really like that I predicted the stupidest thing I could, and it happened.
Oh, you made it happen.
Yeah, because I heard Walter was going to be in the 3-way, 5-person Survivor Series elimination match.
Yeah, he was
So I
going to
like,
be
"All
on. He was going to be on the NXT team.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, Walter's probably going to get eliminated first, won't he? And then he did.
That's a safe bet because nobody named Walter is going to be in a 3-way.
Oh, Walter fucks.
Yeah.
3 minutes in, Walter
Yep.
gets eliminated. The first one.
That's exactly what I expect from Walter in a 3-way.
15 dudes. 3 minutes in, Walter gets eliminated.
Yep.
I was
Checks out.
I was so proud of my young buff daughter though, watching her Twitter feed. You know, she was probably the biggest star of the weekend.
Yeah.
She pinned Sasha, Charlotte, and fought Becky 1-on-1 all in the span of like 4 days. Good for
Yeah,
her.
I do want to go back and watch the women's War Games match from NXT. I heard that was very good.
Yeah. I just can't do it. I can't support them.
No, that's fair. At this point, I keep the network purely for the archive. And pretty much that's it.
I'm actually very into the idea of getting high spots now since they added all those U-shoots and kayfabe commentaries.
iSpots is a good service. I dropped it because I just wasn't using it that much.
Well, that really put it over for me.
Yeah, but like when I had it, I enjoyed it. It runs really well.
Best
like,
99 in the biz.
Yeah, like as far as streaming sites go, it runs pretty well. Like I never really had any problems with it.
I gotta run.
But
I gotta run it by the
Maybe
wife
look at
though.
The Resume watch feature now. Look at that.
oh,
Yeah, just came out like today,
nice.
like a real service.
Yeah, it's really weird how it didn't have basic functionality of a streaming service like from the jump. Okay.
Like that feels just like it was probably just an oversight.
Yeah.
Like no one even realized like, oh wait, we have to do that.
Well,
All right.
I read one thing somewhere that said that it was there at launch and then like kept crashing. So they took it off to fix it.
Because it's an extra algorithm on top of everything else.
I guess.
Probably. Okay, I was gonna save this until after fantasy football talk, but since we're on it right now,
Oh,
Forever.
it's
old school.
been a while.
It has been a hot ass minute.
We actually brainstormed this when me and Mary went out to dinner with Jose and his lady. So, fuck, marry, kill streaming services. Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix.
Well, that's tough.
okay. Marry Netflix
Why?
because I watch anime on there,
Okay.
and they have Terrace House.
Terrorist house.
And Isis Island.
Yeah. I guess the other two I don't have, so you can kill them both. I don't really care.
This is very difficult.
I don't know. Fuck Hulu, I guess, because they have like normal television shows I probably want to watch, but
Yeah.
I don't because I have cable still.
And you have
And then
no
kill Disney Plus because I don't care.
Yeah, you have no interest in Disney Plus.
Yeah. Actually, no. Fuck Disney Plus because I may want them someday.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Leaving your options open.
Yeah, just keep
Exactly.
the door open a little.
Yeah.
Leave
'cause
them alone for you.
Hulu. Yeah, Hulu I don't care that much about. Pretty much anything I'd want to watch on Hulu I can find elsewhere.
See, but I just watched however many seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Hulu.
That's true.
So, like, I feel like Hulu is the easy one to say kill, but I just watched all that Brooklyn Nine-Nine on it, and that was great. And the app is pretty great.
The app is pretty good, but like the thing, I feel like you can kill Hulu because I don't watch a single Hulu original thing.
All right, fair.
They're Hulu original?
I completely forgot about Handmaid's Tale.
That's the one that people give a shit about.
I legit thought that was on PBS.
Even that, like, I haven't followed up on Handmaid's Tale because it's depressing as shit, and I just don't need that in my life.
See, I don't get depressed by it. I enjoy it. I don't know if I'm a masochist, but
You
like
might want to talk to somebody.
I probably should anyhow.
Like, so what brings you in? Well, I enjoy The Handmaid's Tale, and they'll just commit you.
Yeah, our friend Nate said to me, like, I asked him if he watched Handmaid's Tale, and he's like, "No, man, that's just so depressing. It's just like torture porn." And he's a huge Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with him more.
Yeah, because
So, yeah,
sometimes
I
on
guess-
Game of Thrones, the good guys win.
If you look at it from the originals aspect, then yeah, you can kill Hulu easy because with Hulu gone, all the non-original programming would just go somewhere else.
Kristen in the chat, as far as Hulu goes, says Castle Rock, and Juggalo John says Letterkenny is on Hulu.
Yeah.
True.
That's not a real show, so it doesn't count.
Eric Magnus says marry Disney, fuck Netflix, kill Hulu. And J-Pop
Yeah.
says marry Disney, fuck Hulu, kill Netflix.
Kill Netflix.
Yeah.
That's tough. Netflix has more
There's so much on
volume. Volume. There's more stuff to watch on Netflix than there is Hulu.
But I feel like a lot of the best Netflix stuff they're losing to Disney Plus.
True.
A
And
whole bunch of originals. Like Netflix is like the place for comedy now. Like stand up.
Netflix is going to lose The Office and Friends next year.
Yeah, but Disney
Yeah.
Plus ain't taking Blazing Transfer students.
That's
Whatever
very
the
true.
fuck that is. So, and that's why
No,
I think that's why
Fucking Blazing
Netflix is the
Transfer
fuck.
Students fantastic.
Like, you're just gonna fuck Netflix because in like 3 years, Netflix probably not gonna be that hot anymore.
Yeah.
But Disney
If, Net-
Plus
if
in
Netflix
3 years,
just evolves into weird Japanese TV, hell yeah.
well, yeah.
And then they'll
if
try
you
and be
could-
like,
if Netflix could evolve into weird Japanese TV and you could marry it, I think that would be your soulmate.
yeah. Like, I think it's going to be that, and they're going to try and reboot Marco Polo again.
You know, I have considered watching that show probably 25 times, and every time I'm like, this looks so stupid, I can't do it.
Juggalo John says, isn't Disney Plus and Hulu a weird three-way anyhow?
Basically.
Touche.
Basically.
Touche.
Disney Plus. So I was talking to my brother about The Mandalorian, and he was saying how good it is.
More
and
like
I-
Mandalorian.
and
No.
I said, like,
Making
if
it
this,
happen.
if The Mandalorian is in an indication of the quality of the Disney Plus TV shows,
Oh my god.
fucking cancel every other content producer because what do we need them for?
Yes.
Yeah, you look at The Mandalorian and you think about, like, you know, those 700 Marvel shows they're making.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're just going to look like movies.
If they're gonna look like that, those first 3 episodes of The Mandalorian are one of the best Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
Like
agreed.
that first 90 minutes, which was essentially a movie, like start to end, story wise and quality wise, essentially a movie. Like, it was magnificent.
Yeah,
That's-
it really was.
Like, I'm supposed to put that up against, you know, Orange is the New Black season 7.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Kristen in the chat says that the director of episode 3 of The Mandalorian is going to be helming the Obi-Wan series.
Mhm.
Ooh.
She's gonna be great.
Yeah,
That show's so
I'm
good.
definitely going to marry Disney Plus because
Yeah.
Disney Plus is wholesome, also fresh and new, and
You're in it for the long haul.
exciting. Yeah, like we've already committed to 3 years for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some dumb shit about Disney Plus real quick. So, when I set up our profiles the first night, it was like, okay, here's one for me and Nicole and Zoe, and it's like, and Jack, do you want to make this one a kids profile that has a easier interface with kid-friendly programming, whatever the fuck? I'm like, sure, whatever. For starters, the interface ain't that different. It's more or less exactly the same. And then I'm like, kid friendly, like it's Disney Plus. Everything on this is basically family friendly, so
Right.
whatever. And the other day, he was like, I want to watch Mr. Incredibles. He couldn't find it because The Incredibles is apparently too hardcore for the kid version of Disney Plus. I'm like, who's making that rule?
Well, isn't it PG?
Yeah.
Well, and all those other Pixar movies are just G, so there it is. There's your
That's
answer.
That's fucking.
I mean,
It is a little odd because I feel like Disney Plus in itself is a kid's profile.
Yeah, the whole damn thing.
Like, what am I going to find on Disney Plus that a child can't watch?
Well, I mean,
just wait until we get to see Wanda and Vision. Fuck.
I mean, if your
All
kid's
right, that might do
a
it.
big old pussy, then the Mandalorian's going to be a little intense for him.
Probably.
Especially when they put Especially when they put Baby Yeet in a space blender.
I'm not familiar. Are we talking about Ruth?
No. No one's talking about Ruth.
I
Never,
don't even know who that is.
and no way.
Ruth is number 4 on ISIS Island.
So yeah, I'm marrying Disney Plus, and I think Mary's reasoning for fucking Hulu is she could just binge a Hulu series real quick and then cancel it if she wanted to once she gets tired of it. And that's a good candidate for fuck. And once Netflix loses The Office, oh man, you might as well be dead to me. The only thing that I'll be missing is Stranger Things after a while. I didn't.
That's just a show with dumb kids, so who gives a fuck?
That's fun. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, and before I end my week, Terrace House power rankings remain the same as last week, but man, Emika really sucks.
Oh.
Just fucking hate her after this past week.
Did you talk to Lisa Mahoney and get her on the Terrorist House train yet?
No, I haven't yet, because I've been watching the stuff that's on Netflix now to see if it's good watching.
All right. Well, if you get her for Secret Santa,
I bet she would love it.
I tried to sell it to him last week. Like, you got to sell it to Lisa Mahoney because she loves
that's
that
I haven't gotten
trash
to that yet.
reality shows.
Yeah.
And then,
And again, this is the back door to getting Lisa Mahoney into wrestling
Right.
for when she gets to the episodes with Hana.
mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, the cast is very different from what I'm watching. Like, I'm only because the stuff that I've been getting through illicit means is like, I don't know, 20 episodes ahead, and
20?
yeah,
Damn.
it's a weekly reality show, Lee. And the stuff that I'm watching on Netflix right now is so the start of the season, and most of the cast is not there anymore. Like, there's of the 6 people, there's only 4 that are only 2 that are currently on the show, because everyone else just left or something. Because I guess how this show works is just you kind of come and go as you please. If you don't want to be on the show anymore, you can just leave. That's outstanding. And I also see now why the Ruka was crying at how weird he seems by watching himself on
Right.
Netflix, because he seems like a real weirdo. He seems like he's like a sweet weirdo, but he's still a weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, he lives in a terrorist house, so.
Yeah.
What you got going on, Mahoney?
Oh man! So I saw the Charlie's Angels movie, and I know people have probably told you that it sucks, but I don't know what you were expecting from a Charlie's Angels movie if you think
I think it was, like,
that
fun.
it sucked. Yeah, it was exactly a Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah. So long as it's not anything but that, I can't see why people be upset about it.
Yeah, it was perfectly fine. Perfectly
was
fine.
fun.
Like, if you don't get a chance to see it, don't go see it. That's fine. But if you like Charlie's Angels movies, you'll probably enjoy this one.
I think one of the main problems, besides the fact that they really didn't promote this movie well at all, is Charlie, the Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels movies. The last one of those was what, 2004? So that was 15 years ago. And then before that, the show was in the 70s.
Yeah.
So, like,
fair.
that's a dead IP
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, you can't just roll that out to teenagers and be like, Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, I feel like the Cameron Diaz Charlie's Angels movies worked because it was in that era when they were remaking all these shitty TV shows into big budget movies with like tongue in cheek. And that's not the era right now.
I feel like
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels would probably be best served being being a show on CBS.
Yeah, but you're wrong because they did that like 4 years ago.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, there was a Charlie's Angels TV show like
What?
4 or 5
What?
years ago. I
I
swear to
don't
you.
remember this.
Let me look it up. Tell us some more about the movie while I look this up.
I mean, I don't know. It was fine.
Case Stew really hot through the
Right,
whole
so
thing?
I saw the movie. What'd you say?
Is Case Stew just really hot through the whole thing?
I actually, yeah. I was like, Kristen Stewart, a lot hotter than I've ever given her credit for.
Yeah, she looks really hot in the trailers, like
Yeah.
way hotter than ever before. Good
Yeah,
for her.
I agree.
I could not have told you anyone that's in that movie.
No, there's Kristen Stewart. There's
It's Jasmine.
yeah, the Jasmine, also Kimberly from the Power Ranger movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Patrick
okay.
Stewart.
Elizabeth Banks.
Kristen Stewart's dad.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
Eric Magnus confirms in the chat, and I just found it on Wikipedia. 2011, ABC had a Charlie's Angels TV series that lasted 2 months, and
That is nuts.
it had the
Wow.
black woman from General Hospital on it.
Which one?
I don't know, the black
You
one.
know, the one, that one.
It had 8 episodes, one of them unaired.
Oof. That's
I
alright.
need to look this up.
So bizarre. So the other thing I did movie related is I saw Knives Out is an early release.
God damn it, I want to see that.
Jealous.
Oh, that movie is good. Definitely go see that. Highly recommended. I saw it on Friday night. So it comes out Thursday, I think. But I
Yeah.
saw it Friday. Not really what I expected, but in a good way.
What, did they keep all their
And-
knives in?
No, there was a lot of knives, but it was great. It was great. Highly recommended. I think you guys should go see it, and then we should talk about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out and see it this weekend.
What else are you gonna do? It's Thanksgiving. You're just gonna hang out, wash dishes.
I have another Thanksgiving to go to on Saturday.
Do
Go
they
see Knives
have
Out.
Do they have movie theaters that allow dumb idiot dogs?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really, like, with the way people behave in movie theaters nowadays,
Right.
would a dog be a huge problem?
No, 100% not. I saw Charlie's Angels with my movie pass, so I got my $6 ticket for free, and saw it completely alone, and thought the whole time probably cost them $40 to show me this movie.
Right. Just with power,
Yeah.
air conditioning.
Electricity. Yeah. Probably cost them, $20, $30, $40 to show me this movie that I got into for completely free. I was like, this industry is going to go away.
But I bet it makes you feel pretty special though.
Oh, seeing a movie in an empty theater is the greatest thing you can do.
I agree.
And knowing that they're losing money on it too.
Well, yeah. This is like when I got all that stuff from Sears, and then they closed. I'm taking all these free movies from AMC, and they're going to run out. So, yeah, and then I made a meticulously crafted spreadsheet to track every movie I've seen this year.
This spreadsheet, you guys. I got half a chub looking at this spreadsheet. So good.
For FYI, June was the worst month for movies this year, quality-wise. June,
Yeah.
not good. Let's see what movies came out in June of this year, or at least that I saw. Although it looks like they probably all came out in June. Godzilla was fine. Dark Phoenix, Rocket
Oof.
Man, meh. Secret Life of Pets 2, Men in Black International, that was awful. Child's Play, that was awful. And that Shaft movie that I had such high hopes for, that was one of the worst movies of the year. What a terrible month for movies. So, anyways, my worst movie of the year was, of course, Ad Astra. And my best movie of the year so far, Endgame.
Of course.
And I have seen 54 unique movies.
That is a great deal of movies.
And you paid what?
54.
$30 a month for that?
20, like 22.
$22 a month.
$22 a month, 54 movies. But that's unique, because I saw Endgame 5 times. So I've seen 62 movies.
Regular John Michael over here.
Yeah. I saw Endgame 5 times, Far From Home twice, and Captain Marvel 3 times, and then every other movie I've only seen once.
I've been missing John Michael on the podcast because, we usually bring him on post Marvel movie, but Far From Home happened and there's nothing until Black Widow. We might have to
when does Black Widow come out?
First week of May.
February?
No, May.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a long time.
So there should be a trailer, hopefully, like around Rise of Skywalker. So we'll have to bring John Michael on and watch the trailer. We have the technology.
That's true. We're using it.
So, Lee, other than that, man,
Lee,
was this an important week.
Lee, this is a good week.
So, we could probably talk about our fantasy league for the next 3 hours. Because that is how much is going on.
Lee,
Okay.
I did the unthinkable.
Kelly did it, Lee. Kelly did it. Kelly came for those holes,
I filled them.
and he filled them all. He finally beat Mary.
I can't believe you filled my wife's holes without even asking me.
Didn't even
I'm
ask.
sorry.
So Mary is 11-1.
I am the 1 in 11 and 1.
I don't even understand what happened. Mary scored 63 points, which was by far the lowest in the league. Like, out of nowhere.
She was
Kelly,
dealing with
Kelly beat her with 84.
She was dealing with bye weeks again, and injuries.
Kelly would have lost to all but 3 teams, and
Yeah.
he managed to take down the unbeatable, undefeated Mary. So who knows? What a season. I pulled out a win over Tito, which was huge for me because he definitely should have won. He had 3 players playing in the Sunday night game, and that game was a train wreck, and nobody scored any points, and I managed to beat him, which I don't know if he's done that math, but essentially eliminates Tito from playoff contention. So
Oh, man.
that's 2 weeks in a row that I have slowly just pushed my opponent right out of the run for the playoffs.
High five, Tito.
High five. Now, Lee, you and your newlywed there, you guys beat Tad.
It
with just a
was
stomping.
It was not looking good for a while there because Lee, you didn't start like half a full team, and Goat was off in international waters.
Yeah, he was out on the ocean, and you only had 4 players in your lineup. And you still had a 15% chance of beating Tad, which is just ridiculous.
Goat was trying to connect to internet in Nassau. They would have stole
Well, you
his
did it.
identity so quick.
You did it. So, now, Lee, you're in the playoffs.
Thank God.
You're the number 3 seed. So that means right now, you're in the playoffs. You'll get Jose. Jose's the number 2 seed. Mary is, of course, in the playoffs. She's the number 1 seed. And I am the number 4 seed, and I would have to face Mary. Now, we talked about this last week, Lee. I always thought that this whole season was building up to Mary being 15-1 when I defeated her in week 16. But no, that's definitely not the storyline. The storyline has been in front of us this whole time, Lee. The storyline is when I defeat Jose in week 16 after lighting the fire under him and telling him his picks were risky and propelling him to success only to crush his dreams in the championship game later that season. So that is what Destiny has been bringing us to all
Well,
along.
Mahoney,
Lee.
you may also be missing the story of Kelly's redemption.
No. Kelly's redemption is not going to happen. Now, here's the deal with Kelly's redemption. Kelly is almost certainly going to win the next 2 games.
Yep.
Now, there's a distinct chance that this week I play Jose, and if I can manage to beat him, Jose and I will be tied. Now, then I get Juan, and Jose gets Tito. Now, no offense to Juan and his cousin and his nephew, but between Juan's team and Tito's team, I would rather play Juan's team. Tito's team is a lot harder to beat.
Now,
So-
remember, we determined last week when Juan lost terribly that he is indeed running his own team.
That is fair. When he scored those 62 points or whatever, we decided there's no question that he's running it himself. So Jose's going to have to beat Tito. I'll have to get through Juan. There's a distinct possibility that happens. And if Kelly goes 2-0 for the remaining 2 games of the season, I do believe he will sneak into the playoffs and knock Jose out, because I think with his tie, that would be a problem for Jose. So I can either be tied with Jose at the end or a game ahead of Jose at the end. But if either Jose or I am a game behind, Kelly and that goddamn tie are going to sneak ahead of us into the playoffs.
Kelly's redemption.
But it's okay, because that's not going to happen, because that is not what fate.
Started
That
off
is not
with
what
me
fate wants.
toppling Mary, doing the unthinkable, leading my way to that belt.
No. Now, Lee, you're not in the clear, okay? Because you... No. You got to pay attention to this. So, this week, you face Nyes, right? Is that right, Nyes? Yeah, you face Nyes.
Yes.
Nyes is no slouch. Nyes last week had the second highest score in all of the league, and then put up like 110 points this week. So even though he's 3-9, he's no slouch.
Yeah, I still
You gotta
lost
get through
both of those
Nyes.
weeks, but no slouch.
You got to get through Nyes, and Vetter, who is only a game behind you, has Tad. So if Vetter beats Tad and you somehow lose to Nyes, you guys are tied, and you're gonna have some real problems with that, because then you play each other. In the final week. So you gotta beat Nyes if you want to cement your spot in these playoffs. But even then, if Vetter beats Tad and Vetter beats you, you'll be tied, and I'm pretty sure Vetter has more points than you. So you'll be fucked by the tiebreaker, which Jose says doesn't matter, but it definitely matters.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd like to believe
I know.
he can't hear any of this, and he's
Oh no,
just,
he's listening.
he's listening. He's talking about the trash.
He's over there furiously masturbating. So if you are not one of those teams I just mentioned, nothing about your season matters anymore, and we are not going to talk about it.
Because Mahoney loves me, but he knows that I am out. He still talks about my team
You are
so
out.
lovingly. He still feels
Hey.
guilty for that time he murdered my team to death.
That is true. I do have one further update. In the race for the Kerouac, you got Matt and you got Nyes, who are 2-10 and 3-9, so not that surprising.
Mhm.
We knew that they would be there.
And get well
you
soon,
got-
Matt. Get well soon.
You got Tad, who's 5-7. He's the 10 seed. Slipping into the number 9 spot after his loss this week is Tito, the commissioner, in the
Uh-oh.
running for the Kerouac.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I kind of love that part.
Don't you wish you had a trade option available to you right now, Tito?
That'd be pretty great.
Right? Wouldn't it be great if you could make a trade, Tito? But you can't. So enjoy your time potentially playing for the Kerouac. If Tito loses / wins the Kerouac, I'm not sure what the phrase would be there. Oh man, I'm gonna come up with the best punishment of all time.
And hey, can we not be confused by who is the actual winner of the Kerouac this year? We
No.
do it every year.
I have never been confused. It's clear as day who wins the Kerouac.
Okay. Good.
So yeah,
I think it's
so
funny.
Mel, Juan, Mary, Tad, and Matt, and you guys. There's not really anything exciting left in your seasons. So,
Cool.
but hey, keep picking up players, especially ones that Jose needs. Okay.
Right,
So
right.
if you see Jose needs a defense, maybe put a claim in on the best defense available.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds like
Thanks.
some collusion.
No, it's not collusion. I'm not talking to anybody specific. It can't be collusion if you're not talking to anybody.
That's right. Jose had
Are you the president?
Yeah.
no quid pro quo. Jose had such a win boner that he had a screenshot of Lamar Jackson's stats from Monday's game and actually posted them in Discord.
Yes.
He used Discord to taunt Mahoney.
He reset his Discord password, I'm sure.
Yes.
To get himself in. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine because as clear as day, fate is bringing us to a Week 16 Mahoney Jose showdown, and we will see exactly how risky those picks are.
It's going to be Apollo versus Rocky, and then they both go for
right.
the punch and then freeze frame.
We'll see. We will see. Can you imagine if we fucking tie?
That'd be amazing.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it go to a tiebreaker that doesn't exist?
I don't know. Jose doesn't recognize tiebreakers. What would even happen?
All right. Lee, you ready to go to a break?
Yeah, I'm almost done with my trash.
Okay, cool. We'll come back and do some top 6 best and worst Thanksgiving dishes. But before then, I do have a Popcast classic for that ass.
We're funny in this one.
It is from episode 401 from November 14th, 2017. This was just as the whole Me Too crisis was hitting everywhere. So enjoy this. And we'll be back in 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
I have to.
Right. Jose, are you breathing into your microphone?
Oh.
Look, he's just doing a Louis C.K. cosplay.
Oh,
Too
no.
soon.
Oh, my God.
So dark.
I still have Louis on FX in my Hulu queue. I
don't think you're gonna be getting to it.
No, I was scrolling through it the other day and I'm like, that's a damn shame.
I have 2 seasons of Louis on DVD.
Louis is a great show.
It is.
But, you know.
That 3-parter with the Tonight Show is one of my favorite things on TV ever.
Yeah, that is some of the best television out
With
there.
David Lynch.
Yes, it's so good.
You know, I was thinking, you know, we're gonna get heavy into sexual harassment in the news, but I was thinking, at the very least, I can still watch Seven and not be weirded out by Kevin Spacey because he plays a fucking weirdo creep in that anyhow. So, like, it doesn't change the viewing experience for me.
Fuck, I forgot about Kevin Spacey already.
Yeah.
You know what has been totally changed, and I can probably never go back to it, is Baby Driver.
Yeah, but he's kind of a fucking jerk off in that too.
But he's a father figure to Baby.
Sure. Yeah, but he's also the villain. He's also a horrible father figure that's
I never even got to watch Baby Driver.
extorting the kid. Oh.
So if I watch Baby Driver, am I part of the problem, or
No.
can I watch it?
No, you can still watch it because there's still a lot of great people that are in it. In fact,
Baby Driver's also really good.
Yeah, I
very good.
watched an interview with Bernthal the other day where he was talking about how, you know, when he was on the set of Baby Driver, Kevin Spacey rubbed him the wrong fucking way. He said he was a bully. He was a huge Kevin Spacey fan from way back when. But he got on set and he saw the way he treated people and the way he acted, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not into that dude no more." And then
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
And then I found out he was trying to grab dicks. And I was like, definitely not in that man. But you know who I am into? Them guys at Panels on Pages who got me the job as Punisher. Them some all right dudes.
I need to find that episode where we
Were we pointed to the fence and called Shane House?
Yeah. If anyone knows what episode that was, hit me up. Because we're pushing 500 episodes. And each episode is anywhere between 2 to 3 hours long. So we talk a lot. I'm trying to pull together stuff from the intros just since Kelly got a new microphone, so everybody sounds good. So, Kelly, you can feel safe in knowing that this won't be in the intro.
I fuck kids.
No.
No. God damn it, Michael Jackson.
It won't be in there, I promise you.
All right.
Just
good.
as long as you
Thank
don't
you.
say it again.
I won't.
With better, cleaner audio.
You guys want to do a top 6?
Let's do it.
Fucking do I ever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's
All right. So what do you got this week, Lee?
This week, on account of it being Thanksgiving's, we decided we're going to take a look at what are your top 6 Thanksgiving dishes. But we're going to do your 3 favorite and your 3 least favorite. So kind of a top and bottom, which you've done a couple times before in the past.
Yeah, when we were batting around ideas, we were talking about top 6 favorite Thanksgiving dishes, but we were like, we're just going to get the same kind of 6 lists, the same 6 choices with every list. And then Lee was like, there's always that one motherfucker at Thanksgiving that has to have this one awful side dish. So let's do a best and worst. And I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, I maintain that if you don't know what I'm talking about,
You're that guy.
you're that asshole.
And it's been a while since we've talked about food. And man, do we like to talk about food?
It has been a hot minute. But yeah, so I feel like there's going to be some controversial picks on my part.
I like it. I like controversy.
So
Controversy creates cash, I've heard.
for worst, get the fuck out of here with pumpkin pie.
What?
Pumpkin pie is fucking gross. It looks gross. Tastes gross. It is unappealing to all the senses. Fuck pumpkin pie.
Lee, do we need to film you eating a slice of pumpkin pie?
Oh no.
So are you against like pumpkin spice anything?
Yeah, you goddamn right.
I get it then. It's a taste
Gross.
thing. So it's not just that you've had bad pumpkin pies. That's just not a flavor that you're into.
No, I just hate it. Hate it so much. I did, however, one time bet because my father-in-law also hates pumpkin pie. And he was talking some shit about some football game. I forget which one.
It was a Bears game.
It was a Bears game, yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, I bet him a piece of pumpkin pie on the outcome of the game. like I'll tell you what, the fucking Bears win. You got to eat that pumpkin pie.
Oh, I think we know what happens if Lee's in the Kerouac.
And I'm not in this shit. And he fucking had to eat that pumpkin pie.
Goat has to baby bird you a piece of pumpkin pie.
While hugging you.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. It's pretty fun.
You're getting some support in the chat here, Lee. So
It's all
You
right.
know, so I didn't get a chance to say this earlier when we talked about Goat's wedding. Every time I see a picture of Goat and his now wife, I fucking laugh thinking about his ex. What a great.
that bitch.
Yeah,
You guys, she's so wonderful. I'm so happy.
she seems so much better.
Yeah, Goat really traded up.
She's so great, you guys. Like, she's wonderful. She's great. Flopping over to the other side of things, for the best, like turkey, obviously, but you got to make it right. I for the longest time thought I didn't like turkey. Turns out my mom can't make a turkey. Mom's methodology was as such. She would take the turkey and she'd put it in the oven the night before Thanksgiving and cook it for like 14 hours at 200 degrees.
Holy shit.
What?
I don't know why, but I'm like, I don't know why people like turkey. Turkey's kind of gross.
Slow and low.
Too slow and low the turkey.
What does that even do to a turkey?
It makes it real dry.
Dry
dog.
as fuck. It turns it into dry pulled pork.
Like, 14 hours might be an exaggeration, but it was definitely an overnight ordeal making the turkey. Turns out that is not the optimum method when preparing a turkey. Now, holy shit, I had a stroke. Good turkey is choice. But turkey's great, but you throw me off a fucking purple ham jam, a spiral cut ham, fuck yes. Love a spiral cut ham. Delicious.
Oh man,
Now, the worst.
I have a
Green
similar
beans,
story about ham. We got one of those honey baked hams, and we brought it back up north to visit family, and it has that salt crust on the outside.
Yeah, it does.
But you're supposed to soak it and get that salt crust off. No, my grandmother baked it with the salt crust on it.
Oh, how'd that go?
We all had cramps for like a week.
Oh God.
Can we jump back a sec? Lee, did you call it a purple ham jam?
Yeah, purple ham jam.
Put that in the fucking intro.
Can you explain that to me?
Well, fucking like they're kind of the spiral cut ham. They're kind of the pre-cut hams. They're kind of purple when they come out. Got a good glaze on. Purple ham jam.
All right.
Yeah, fucking purple ham jam, dog.
I was just waiting for the clean purple ham jam.
I feel like this is one of your Canadian fake television programs.
Nope. That's an original.
Yeah. Purple ham jam and Bazinga.
Purple ham jam. Fuck off, Bazinga. On the worst side, fuck green bean casserole. That shit is whack. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And we had green bean casserole at my Thanksgivings, like the ones that we hosted at my house, for fucking years. And I don't think I ever saw anybody eat it.
There's like one corner taken out of the casserole dish.
And so at some point when talking about this year, I'm like, nobody make the fucking green bean casserole.
I feel like green bean casserole is something left over from the old times. It's much like
Definitely.
how on the Passover they marked the doors with the lamb's blood. But in this case, you just make a green bean casserole and let it sit, and then the spirit of death sees it and keeps it and goes by your house to go take the other people's
Yikes.
souls.
That's
I've never
solid. I
had
like it.
bean casserole.
So, do you even know what it is?
Not
So
especially.
it's like
green bean casserole. It's green beans, and then
like
cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah, but it's the
Oh.
canned green beans, like
Yeah,
the shredded
canned
type.
cream of mushroom soup. They'll put those fucking like crispy onion straws on the top sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta say, yeah, we'll get to this when I get to my list. But I grew up on frozen vegetables, and then as an adult started to have canned vegetables, and I prefer canned vegetables.
I
to frozen
fucking
vegetables.
love canned green beans. No bullshit.
Yeah,
That one's
guys was like, it's the canned green beans, and I was like, go on.
nah. I like canned green beans. They're the shit.
No, but like if you've had canned green beans, have you ever had fresh green beans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what?
you can hardly
Those
eat.
are number 2.
Yeah.
Canned, fresh, frozen.
I don't know.
I like fresh green beans.
I make a
bit.
mean fresh green bean with Parmesan and bacon and so much butter and
Well,
garlic.
that's not even a green bean at that point anymore.
Yeah,
that's
that's
just bacon. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, man, I love Brussels sprouts. What you gotta do is you gotta glaze them with brown syrup, sugar, and bacon. Well, at that point, it's no longer Brussels sprouts. Let's see. On the other side of things, my mother-in-law's recipe for deluxe mashed potatoes has become a fucking staple. So you got your mashed potatoes, mash them up real fine, and then toss in a couple different kinds of cheese, like some cheddar cheese, some sour cream, and cream cheese, and whip it all up, and that shit is delightful.
Into it. Yeah, like give me a bowl of that cold left over and just leave me alone.
Yeah, it's real good. Last on the worst side is I don't want to talk about cranberries. I don't talk about cranberry sauce. Hell, fuck cranberry juice. Cranberries can go fuck themselves.
What about when you have a UTI, Lee?
I get medicine like an adult. The
He
only
just
thing
holds it in until all the infection is in one place, and then he pisses it out real hard.
The only thing keeping ocean spray in business is unprotected sex.
Oh man.
Otherwise, no one would drink that shit. It's terrible.
Oh, cranberry juice from Ocean Spray, cran apple, and they've got a cran pineapple now that is dope.
Yeah, I'm sure that all the girls that you fucking dick down will really appreciate it. No good. Fuck it.
Kristen rescinds her high five.
Oh, no, cranberries are gross.
Cranberries are delicious.
No. And then this is some dumb shit, but the last one on my best list is grew up poor, so when they bust out like the good shit, like Velveeta shells and cheese, that shit was a delicacy compared to Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
I fuck with shells and cheese.
Shells and cheese is pretty dope. Don't call it macaroni and cheese though; it's shells and cheese.
Now fuck out of here. Shells and cheese forever,
so creamy.
Nice over there upholding the sanctity of macaroni and cheese.
You
Goddamn
fucking
right.
You fucking wait till we get to my list, buddy. I think
macaroni and cheese has never been a Thanksgiving food for me, and I'm kind of
I never
depressed about
thought
it.
of that as a.
That's what Nicole said.
Thanksgiving
Nicole's
thing.
like, "You want me to make macaroni and cheese?" I'm like, "No."
Well, I don't agree that macaroni and cheese is necessarily a Thanksgiving food, but it's more like a family get together, big party, easy to make, like potluck type food that just eventually gets lumped into Thanksgiving at some point.
Yeah, literally any function.
Yeah.
I'm like, Velveeta that shit up.
I think if Lee, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't like pumpkin pie, you don't like cranberries. I think you're just not a fan of Thanksgiving there, Lee. Like those are two stock Thanksgiving flavors.
I mean, I like stuffing.
Hey, you like stuffing, you like turkey. All right, I'll give it to you.
Stuffing like turkey, like I like plenty about it. And
I gotta say, I'm not a stuffing guy. It didn't make my list, but like I'll eat it, I'll try it, but like I just don't like the texture.
Ugh.
You see, cornbread stuffing's fucking gross because it's got that weird texture going on. But like some regular ass stuffing, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Cram out the bird's ass, then get the good bird juices going.
Kelly, you just need to find the stuffing that is the right texture for you.
I guess. I don't know. It just all seems like mushy bread.
Wet bread.
It is kind of just wet bread.
I just don't. I don't like that.
Yeah, but see, it's wet bread, but then you cover it in gravy and make it wetter bread, and then it's even better.
But you'll see the problem with that when we get to my list.
But
no, I will not.
Sometimes the outside of the wet bread gets crusty if you put it in the oven.
Hell yeah.
So you got some crusty bread and then wet bread on the inside, and then wetter bread when you put gravy on it.
It's like you make a wet bread sandwich out of toast and wet bread in the middle.
Yes. Or Hawaiian.
That sounds like Vetter's favorite dessert.
And you soak it in some orange juice.
Yeah.
We got anything on Twitter, guys?
Yeah, Kristen's on Twitter.
What we got? Kristen, I thought you joined the Discord. What the
She
fuck?
is on Discord, and she just advanced to level 1, but she's still hitting us up on Twitter because that's how she do.
Balls. I appreciate and I love you. Also, she got a Black Friday sale going on.
Yes.
On her Etsy store, and that shit is great. I got 2 orders I placed in recent days.
Love it. And the Patreon's still rolling. She is going in for a big-ass surgery tomorrow, so...
And I am... all the good vibes, but I'm very happy for her.
Get that evil out of you ASAP.
Mm-hmm. She posted all those prints, and I opened her page, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get that one." And I was like, "I think I own that art. I don't need this print."
Right.
I have so many things from Kristen I don't recall.
So Kristen's list goes as thus: her best, number 3, the cheese plate. Respect. Like any Thanksgiving with a cheese plate, that mom has been up since the day before, prepping everything, and cheese plate is just one of the accoutrements. Respect.
I appreciate it. Yep, I'm on board.
Number 2, the baby dill pickles that usually accompany the cheese plate.
Got like a gherkin? Fuck yeah.
Well, I don't know. She says baby dill, so that's not necessarily a gherkin. A gherkin's a gherkin.
That's true. I
do prefer the gherkin.
Any of them. Any of those tiny little pickles are pretty great.
Yeah.
Do me a
Pickles.
favor.
Pickles.
Say gherkin one more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Whoa, say what, gherkin?
That's it.
Just
yeah, thank you.
gherkin?
Appreciate it. That's a stupid word.
Yeah, my mom would always do the little dish of olives and gherkins and stuff. And
Nobody would eat the fucking olives. They just
Nah.
want the pickles. You wasted your time.
I like olives, and then you take 5 black olives and you put them on each fingertip. And then you're like some sort of weird Thanksgiving alien.
I'm a Beetlejuice. I'm a Beetlejuice. Look, I'm a Malik Baldwin. What?
That's going in the intro. And her number 1 is funeral potatoes, which sounds very similar to your loaded mash, but different. If you want to check out what funeral potatoes are, she linked a recipe on Twitter in the same thread as the top 6, and yeah, I'm all about it. Like it's cheese.
Step 1: kill your grandma.
It's shredded hash browns, cornflakes, but you could replace the cornflakes with potato chips. Oh yeah, love it.
Wait, hash browns and then potentially potato chips?
Right, as like a crusty top.
All right,
Because it's like a casserole kind of deal.
fuck with that. Okay.
And then Kristen's worst. She says everything else. Thanksgiving food is the worst. Come to our house, we get Domino's.
Love it.
She also offered to cook us all vegetables. So
Nice.
Love it. Beautiful. Over on the Discord, which you guys should be fucking on the Discord at discord.panelsonpages.com.
we even got Jose posted on the Discord.
No kidding. The Discord is a lot of fun, and it's like
Freeform, it's bumping.
it is something like the free form. And seriously, if you're gonna people on this thing, I can just turn off Twitter, you guys.
Right?
This Twitter's the fucking worst.
It's so funny. I posted something in Discord, and then I looked for. I remember having the thought, and then I'm looking on my Twitter for that specific thought, and I didn't see it. And I'm like, oh, did I never tweet this? So I tweeted it. And then I later found it on Discord, and I was like, oh, that's where it was. Sorry, I'm not just copy and pasting my jokes across multiple platforms.
All right, on the Discord, our buddy Ben writes in and says, I acknowledge that this is a basic bitch list when it comes to Thanksgiving. I'm the basicest of bitches. No worse list because my family comes correct on Turkey Day, which I appreciate. That. It's a good move. Number 6, cranberries. That's fucking terrible, Ben. He says, the real stuff or from a can, it's a crucial side.
I want to experiment with like some homemade cranberry sauce. I think I could do something cool.
I bet you could.
With some orange.
Number 5, stuffing, especially my wife's low-carb sausage stuffing. It's awesome. That sounds incredible.
It's just a bowl of ground sausage.
Yeah.
Yes. Number 4, sweet potatoes with marshmallows because carbs just aren't enough.
I'm sorry. In my house, those are called candied yams.
Candied yams.
See, I love the idea of that, but I think I've had it like one time at Thanksgiving and probably less than 10 times in my whole life. But I really want that to be a side that I have on my list.
Number 3, turkey. Good the day of, but even better in a leftover sandwich. He's correct about that. Yep. Number 2, green bean casserole, for health. And number 1,
2.
pumpkin pie, for health. So in Ben's top 6, he has all 3 of my worst items.
Number 2 is green bean casserole.
Number 2 is
wow. That's just
shocking.
That's just a palate thing. Like that's it's got to be tied to memory.
I think it's a lot like emotional abuse. If you get used to it as a child, eating the stomach as an adult.
I don't know if anybody could cook me a green bean casserole where I'd be like, you know what? Number 2 all time.
I know. What you got, Nice?
All right. Where is Microsoft Word? Here it is. All right, let's go with best. Number 3.
Word. What was it, 2001? Jesus Christ.
Number 3, Lee, you said this was one of your worst favorites. I made a recipe for a cornbread stuffing, which I love, and as does the wife. It's kind of a cross between a stuffing and like a tamalito, which is like that masa corn mash that you can get at like Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of wet and corny and sweet, and I put sausage in it and some green chilies.
See, for me, cornbread stuffing it's too sweet and can get a little gritty, and I don't like the grit.
Well, you definitely don't want it gritty, so it takes some work. You know, you gotta work at it.
I would try that. That sounds delightful. I would.
Oh,
give
it's
that a
great.
shot.
Number 2, for everybody that's putting turkey on their worst list, like Lee said, you just haven't had a turkey that's been cooked right. And the best cooked turkey for Thanksgiving I have ever had is from an infrared fryer. Not only is it the flavor and the crispiness and the juiciness of a fried turkey, but you're not putting boiling oil over an open flame.
That's also impressive.
This shit is awesome. I highly recommend. And then
we talk with the turkey bags, man. If you're having trouble with your turkey, get one of those stupid bags. It works.
What? What is a turkey bag?
Yeah, like Reynolds makes them, like Reynolds wrap. It's just a big plastic bag, and there's like a little flour in it. So you got to just coat the bird in butter and under the skin and whatever, and you put it in the bag. And I don't know if it kind of faux steams it or whatever while it's in there. I don't know, but fucking turkey bag is where it's at.
It keeps the juices in there. And this is in the oven, you're saying?
Yeah, it's great.
And my number 1, my favorite Thanksgiving dish is leftovers. I prefer leftover Thanksgiving to fresh Thanksgiving, and I just want all of those flavors on one plate. I want the turkey flavor, I want the mashed potatoes, I want the gravy, I want the cranberry sauce, I want the stuffing. I want that all in one bite, just hitting my palate all at once. And put it on a sandwich. Put it on some Hawaiian rolls, put it on some white bread,
I like it.
Whatever, some Grand's biscuits. I love, like, so much so that they do those types of like holiday sandwiches
like a thank you sandwich.
Yeah, or like Earl of Sandwich has a holiday sandwich where they put all that shit on there. Like,
I once talked to a chef one time who explained to me the science behind why leftovers actually are better than food the day of.
Oh, I believe it.
And it kind of blew my mind. Like I said, he ran a restaurant. He got specialized in this lasagna, and when he sells the lasagna, it's lasagna made the day before, so that essentially he's serving leftovers every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you cook the lasagna, whatever it is. Like chili is really good the next day because it gives all the shit time to mingle and like kind of become this new thing over time, and that's how the flavors all kind of like become this like Voltron of deliciousness, and it boggled my fucking mind.
Agreed.
As a fat person, you think I would know more about food.
Everything kind of soaks into everything else. You know, sometimes when you do like a spaghetti, like right off the bat, it might be a little wet or watery. But then if you get it the next day, you know, it's all kind of, everything's chilled out, thickened up. Yes, absolutely. So leftovers is my number 1.
I like it.
My worst. I like to experiment with foods. The cornbread stuffing was me just fucking around. I wanted to try something new. The same year I tried the cornbread stuffing for the first time, I tried to make my spin on candied yams or, you know, sweet potatoes. And I wanted to do a sweet potato fry. And this was before sweet potato fries were, like, the thing.
You're a fucking trendsetter, dog.
But I cut them too thin to where they were like shoestrings. And, like, they just never crisped up. So it was just, like, sweet potato spaghetti.
Oh, no.
And then I made a dipping sauce. I wanted, like, a marshmallowy dipping sauce. So I got, like, some marshmallow fluff and actually put some roasted marshmallows in there. But that got too thick. So it was, like, soggy-ass sweet potato fries and thick-ass marshmallow dip that you couldn't even dip in. It was a disaster.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You reach for it, man.
I did. I tried. My number 2, fuck off if you put big chunks of celery in your stuffing.
Get the fuck out of here.
You ruining it. Like, there should be celery flavor in a stuffing, but fuck chunks.
Celery fucking salt.
Yeah. I don't want to be eating wet bread and all of a sudden, oh, am I eating hot wings? Because why is there a giant piece of celery in my mouth right now? And my number one worst Thanksgiving dish is if you're going to bring a dry mac and cheese into my home, you're going to disrespect my home and my family with your dry mac and cheese. Oh, whoa, wait, it's dry and it's not even macaroni noodles? So it's not even mac. Is there even cheese? What are you even doing? Get this out. Get it out of my house. Mac and cheese should always be moist and wet and cheesy. You can put a crunchy topping on it if you want to, but that better not be the indicative of the moisture of the entire dish. I once, when I was with my ex, we had a get together at the house, and one of her aunts brought this dry mac and cheese, and I was openly roasting it in front of the entire kitchen. Like, what the shit is this? So let that be a lesson. You know,
next day he was like, "Pack your shit, time to go."
You know who does
Big rock, sweetheart.
probably the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life, and I've talked about it on the show before, is Chick-fil-A. No lie. If you haven't had it,
I had that like 2 weeks ago. It's really good.
yeah, it's fucking amazing. And they said they'll stop donating to anti-gay charities, so give it a shot.
Nice.
Yeah, they might go back to donating to anti-gay charities at some point.
For now.
Yeah. Get in before the lock. That was fun.
That was fun. But got another Discord one, Kelly? Want to read off or?
Yeah. Hold
What
on.
we got?
Oh, no. Hold on. Mahoney, read Juan's list.
I can't read Juan's list.
Okay, Kelly, you read Juan's list.
All right.
We skipped Mel. All right,
yeah,
I'll
we
read
skipped Mel.
You read-
Oh,
you
sorry.
read Juan, I'll read Mel.
Okay,
Okay.
Mel didn't list it. It's a paragraph, so I didn't notice it.
No enters.
All right. So Mahoney, do you want to go first or should I?
All right, I'll go first.
All right.
So Mel says, I guess it's like Ben. I think this is a list. It says actually have more stuff that I like than dislike, and then there's 6 things, and I believe he likes all of them.
That's
Follow the
good.
directions, motherfuckers.
Number 6 is gravy. Number 5, garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah.
I'll allow
Excellent
it.
addition. Number 4 is homemade apple pie with a dollop of Cool Whip.
I'll allow that.
I'll fuck with an
Sounds
apple pie.
Right. Number 3, Nana Q. It's a Filipino dessert, kind of like an egg roll, but inside it's a fried banana with brown sugar.
Sure.
That
Sounds
sounds
weird, but I'll
good.
give it a try. Yep, all right.
Yeah. I love it. Number 2, dark meat turkey. And number 1, prime rib.
Prime rib for
I'm
Thanksgiving.
going to go ahead and second Nice's eggplant emoji on that post.
Yep. Just saw that emoji get added.
Live. Prime rib, that is a flex.
Yeah.
Right?
I never even dared to dream. That's fucking genius. I love it.
No offense to Lee, but I feel like if you showed up at somebody's house for Thanksgiving expecting turkey and all they had was ham, you might be disappointed.
Well, no, you have a ham in addition to
Okay,
the
I'm just saying. If it's only ham, you might be disappointed. If you showed up
Sure.
expecting turkey and you showed up and it was prime rib, you would be pleasantly surprised.
like
Mm-hmm.
gobble what? No, fuck you.
Yeah. All right. I'll do Juan's list now.
For me, it just says 1 blocked message.
And your one block message is better than this list.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So best number 3, cheese popcorn.
Cheese popcorn.
Number 2, a hooker I pay to try and impress the family.
Oh, God.
Number 1, vengeance best served cold.
That's pretty
Okay.
funny.
Worst. 3, turkey, fuck that bird, give me a fried chicken. 2, paper plates, learn how to use Dawn, you fuck. Is he eating paper plates? And number one, that hooker to get one that is pretty smart and can act is expensive as fuck. So he also ate that hooker. He just chopped off a hunk of hooker and slapped it on a paper plate and put another paper plate on top of that.
Folded
And
it
just
in
had-
half like a fucking omelet.
Yeah, and just had a hooker paper plate sandwich.
Well, hooker meat is famously tender, so I get it.
True.
All that walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my god.
Darwin hit us up on the Discord. It says the best. Number 3, green bean casserole. Fucking no. Number 2, ham. Number 1, Oreo balls. Fuck yeah,
Okay.
Oreo balls.
What is it?
Yeah,
What?
An
what is
Oreo
that?
ball.
Yeah.
Take Oreos, big
Yeah.
bag of Oreos, and you just smash them up to they're real fine.
Okay.
Mold them bitches into balls and snack on them. You can even like coat them in white chocolate. So you roll up into balls after they're nice and mushy because you have the cream and the cookie gets mixed up together. You just have like this like an Oreo paste almost,
All right.
and you ball them up, and you can drizzle them in white chocolate or whatever the fuck you want, and they are delightful.
Yes.
So it's just a reconstructed Oreo.
Yeah, there's not. I think you have to do something else to it to get it to
I
shape.
think you should just eat Oreos.
Maybe like cream cheese or something.
Maybe. Hang on.
Okay. I mean, listen, I don't give a shit. If you smashed a bunch of Oreos into dust and swept them into my mouth, it would.
Yeah, no,
be
it
great.
is.
Yeah,
cream
like
cheese.
I
that'd
would
be
love that
fine.
experience.
But I feel like it's easier to just eat an Oreo.
Yes, I agree. I'm like, this sounds like a whole lot of effort to just get an Oreo.
No, it is cream. It is cream cheese. So you smash the cookies, mix cream cheese into it. Then you make balls, freeze the balls for 10 minutes, and then dip them in melted chocolate and let them refrigerate until firm.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fucking
Kristen,
delicious.
Kristen did just send a message that says Oreo balls are absolutely not just crushed Oreos.
I've never made them. I've only eaten them. Okay, like I drive a car.
They sound great.
Fucking build one. They're delicious.
I'm in.
Yeah. Darwin just
What?
dropped
Wait,
Oreo
they're
balls
covered
on
in
us.
chocolate. How would you? How would it have gotten covered in chocolate if it was just molded out of fucking crushed up Oreos?
I don't know. They're all creamy and shit. Maybe they'll hold their shape.
It's
I don't
like,
know.
this is what you gotta do. You crush up some Oreos. You gotta get your hands just a little bit sweaty so that there's some moisture there. All those Oreos dust.
Lick your hands up and down while you're listening to Def Leppard pour some sugar on me.
Stupid.
Pour sugar on me. And then well, the worst, he says pineapple cheese salad. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
what?
No, see,
I like how he
Sounds
says what the
terrible.
fuck as though it's a normal thing.
pineapple cheese salad sounds like something I'd be into.
Now that means your great aunt went
awful.
senile and mixed up some cans.
Yeah.
Like, I love pineapple. I love cheese. I'm trying to think of what kind of cheese I would want to eat with pineapple.
It's probably like a cream cheese.
I don't like it.
Number 2, cranberry anything. Back on the same page. And the number 1 worst, turkey. Always dry and bland, he says. Get your fucking turkey bag. Get
Get your-
yourself an infrared fryer.
Yep.
Bad turkeys.
Is
Better.
pineapple cheese salad like ambrosia?
Right.
Salad?
That's kind of
Google
what
it.
it sounds like to me.
Yeah, but like
Cheese salad.
That's not
Pineapple cheese
cheese.
salad.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
talking.
it looks
Oh,
awful.
this looks like
You just-
vomit.
Did you see Hazel's pineapple cheese salad?
I sure did on BigOven.com. That looks like vomit.
but see,
Put me in contact with Hazel because I have some words for her.
it actually looks like a delicious macaroni and cheese if you think about it that way.
No, it doesn't.
It has the moisture
Well,
of a
maybe-
good macaroni and cheese.
It looks like maybe what was a delicious macaroni and cheese until someone
oh
barfed
what
it
the
up.
fuck, Hazel?
Right? You got sugar, cornstarch, egg, pineapple juice, pineapple, a quarter pound of cheddar cheese diced, a half a cup of marshmallows, and a third of a cup of pecans.
Get the fuck out of here, Hazel.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, even though the cheese is
No.
cheddar. I would
That
try
looks
this.
Terrible.
I would try
That
this.
that picture from Hazel looks like there's a fucking amiibo under all that.
Yeah, I was talking when he brought up pineapple cheese salad. It sounded like something like my mom makes called taffy apple salad. It's apples, pineapple, peanuts, and then marshmallows and Cool Whip all mixed together. It's fucking dope.
I don't know about that.
I swear to you.
What's up?
Now,
on
see, that
list,
sounds
uh,
good.
What's up in your list, Kelly?
Hang on, I was blowing my nose. Go to Mahoney first.
Okay, what's up, Mahoney? What you got?
Oh, all right. My list. I'm still over here. I'm writing a mean comment to Hazel.
Well, tell her to take her cum salad and go pound sand.
That's
Tell
right.
Tell her she looks like a Hazel.
Take your wet ass cheese salad and get the fuck out. My number one list is number 3, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are great.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Number 2 is stuffing. Stuffing is the best part of Thanksgiving, and the only reason it's not number 1 is that number 1 is gravy, because gravy is what you put on your stuffing and your mashed potatoes, and what ties the whole thing together.
Yeah, really. It's the glue that holds Thanksgiving together.
Yeah. If I went to Thanksgiving and had nothing but mashed potatoes, stuffing, and gravy, I'd be completely fine.
Do you like a brown like beef gravy or a turkey gravy because it is Thanksgiving?
Not like a turkey gravy.
Okay.
Like on Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Man, can you imagine if, like, seriously, if Thanksgiving was just turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes? That'd be like low key the fucking best.
Yeah.
I
Be
mean,
all about that.
It can be if you want it to be.
Yeah, it can be
I
whatever you
am
want.
married, and that can't be a thing.
Yeah, you can eat. I mean, if you really want, you can have Hazel's cum salad.
But Lee, you're over here talking about a purple ham jam.
Yeah, yeah. Get some purple ham jam and cum salad, and just have a grand old time.
I'm pretty sure
I
if
love the simplicity of the idea. It sounds magical.
first you get a purple ham jam for about 5-10 minutes, then you wind up with some Hazel's cum salad.
Awful. You want to know what we're talking about? Just Google pineapple tea salad. It'll be the first result. We're gonna blow
Yep.
Hazel up.
It's ridiculous. She's gonna be like, so many people are making my recipe for Thanksgiving this year. All right, my worst list. Number 3, frozen corn, as we talked about. Canned vegetables superior to frozen vegetables in just about every case. Number 2 is spinach, because spinach is a big old waste of time anyways. Like, I enjoy spinach just fine, but especially when it's something like Thanksgiving, where there's just all these foods that you don't often get. I don't need to be wasting any time or space on my plate with spinach.
Like just like sautéed spinach.
Yeah, any kind
Yeah.
of spinach.
Fuck out of here.
Don't care. Leave.
I will say, if you're gonna have like a salad, spinach is good.
Yeah,
Like,
don't bring a
salad.
fucking salad to Thanksgiving either.
Right, spinach is fine.
A salad.
I've never had a salad presented to me on Thanksgiving, but if I did, I would laugh. I would laugh it right out of my way.
Yeah, it's just taking up space in your stomach that could be used
Yeah.
for stuffing.
And so that brings me to my number 1, bread. Okay, not like a crescent roll, or like a biscuit. Okay, let's talk.
What about
But
a Hawaiian roll?
Just some plain ass bread.
Who's just
like-
throwing like Wonder Bread on your table?
No, not like Wonder, but like, I don't know, like a dinner roll or something. Like, no, I don't need any bread. Bread's for the next day when you have all the leftovers and you want to make a sandwich.
And you want to buy bread ahead of time,
Yeah,
but that's for Friday.
right. I don't need any bread with my gravy and my although, bread with that gravy, not too bad. Maybe that's the problem. I need to put the gravy on the bread. That essentially turns it into stuffing.
Turns it into wet bread.
All right. I've just found a problem with my list. I'm going to need to bring it back to the workshop.
Love it. All right, well, we got one on Discord. Tito. Good buddy Tito writes in.
I'm glad you're taking this because I'm far too white for this list.
Yeah, I'm a little white too. So we're gonna see what we got going on here. Let's see. So number 3, my grandmother's mofongo stuffing.
Oh,
This whole list is Puerto Rican as shit.
we got some mofongo. We got some papas fritas.
What is mofongo?
Mofongo, I believe, is plantains, mashed plantains, and then it's got chicharrones in it, which are fried pork skins.
Like
So
pork
it's
rinds
like
almost
it's like stuffing meets like crunchy.
interesting.
I don't know. I've never
that sounds
actually
like stuffing I'd like.
I've never actually had it, but I know Big Poppy loves it for a big Dominican lunch.
Then number 2, my grandmother's coquito, the first taste of the season. That's like an eggnog almost.
Right. Tito hates eggnog, but loves coquito.
That's hilarious. Number 1, my grandmother's roast pork. C above for prime rib. If I fucking show up someplace and they don't have a turkey, but they got a roast pork, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, yes.
That sounds pretty great.
On the worst, number 3, creamed anything. Yeah, that's as real as life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's not what his list says.
By the way,
it does say that. I'm sorry. Continue.
yeah. The initials that you see there, CEW, that's not a new wrestling league. Those are the initials for
Crunchy Ex-Wife.
Crunchy Ex-Wife.
Crunchy ex-wife. All right.
Oh, it's a different C word.
Yeah.
No, it's Crunchy. Definitely Crunchy Ex-Wife.
Definitely crunchy.
What other C word would you call your ex-wife?
She was a hippie, you know.
So I love this. The best list, all grandmother. The worst list, all crunchy ex-wife. And when you want to talk to the crunchy ex-wife, you really can't unless you're gonna, be like, "Oh, I'll fucking see you next Tuesday."
Yep, that's true.
When you get all crunchy.
Yep.
All right. So number 3, creamed anything. The CEW would go out of her way to cream any vegetable, corn, onions, spinach, cauliflower. I could take one dish, but this bitch did it to everything.
I do love a good cream corn.
But no, I don't like that.
Creamed onions sounds just awful.
Creamed cauliflower sounds like fucking one of Hazel's favorite dishes.
I put cream corn in my cornbread stuffing.
Number 2. Crunchy ex-wife's mother's dry-ass turkey. Remember the turkey from Christmas Vacation? That's going to be her inspiration. And number 1, Yorkshire pudding. My crunchy ex-wife's mother made this and would be insulted if you didn't try it. I insulted her often. That's awesome. That's really good.
And then the conversation devolved into Yorkshire pudding talk.
Yorkshire pudding and fucking pineapple cheese salad. Fuck off, Hazel.
You think Hazel's somewhere listening to this show and she's just like, they keep calling it cum salad. Does that mean, is that an acronym for cheese using Mrs.?
Your husband is like, wait, is there not cum in that?
No, I like to think of it as she looks at it and goes, fucking doesn't like cum salad. It hits her all at once. God damn it.
I've been feeding my children cum salad all these years.
4 years. Serving it at all my get-togethers. Not one of my so-called friends. You'd be like, bitch, you serving cum salad.
Somewhere around 2 hours, 20 minutes in, Lee, mark that down for the intro.
Okay. And then,
we got
did everybody Eric Magnuson one on Facebook?
Yes, we do.
What we got?
Eric Magnus, always a thrill with his top 6s. All right, top 3 least favorite. Pumpkin
This
pie.
Not the fucking Thanksgiving you spent in Da Nang.
Number 3, pumpkin pie. Seriously, who the fuck eats that shit?
Gross.
I think pumpkin pie was invented to fool people into thinking it's sweet potato pie. Number 2, chitterlings. That shit is fucking disgusting.
That shit's gross.
I never tried, but just the name made me not want to try it. And now that I know what it is, no thank you. And I believe that's just the intestine.
Yeah, pig intestines.
Yeah.
And it just comes in a big, gross bucket.
Mm-hmm.
It's a southern thing.
And then number 1, anything with cheese, mayonnaise, or hot sauce. What? What self-respecting black man doesn't like hot sauce?
Not to say, way to shatter some cultural barriers there, Eric Magnus. I appreciate it.
And then top 3, while overseas, since I haven't done Thanksgiving since 2004. Number 3, French vanilla ice cream. Number 2, chocolate sprinkles. And number 1, chocolate syrup. Everyone is going to mention turkey, dressing, etc. So I thought I'd change it up a bit because my birthday sometimes fell on Thanksgiving. Oh, well, happy birthday, Eric Magnus.
Oh,
there you go.
birthday.
Nice.
But seriously, sprinkles of any kind, chocolate or rainbow, those are for children. They don't have any flavor. It's just decoration.
No, they do have a flavor, and it's sugar, and I love it.
That's just Kelly reach into a big bucket of sprinkles. Just eat
Dude,
about
you
the
give me a
handful.
handful of sprinkles, I'm gonna eat that shit. Get some of them jimmies in my mouth.
Sprinkle it all over the lips.
Challenge accepted. We're gonna be
then-
on the subway at Toy
Just wait.
Fair, and
Just
I'm
wait
gonna
until
hand you.
February. You're gonna be shoving water bottles under your tits, and I'm gonna be eating a handful of sprinkles.
Oh God. Oh, Mahoney also threw a Hazel's pineapple cheese salad into the Discord.
Oh,
so
that's
by all
wonderful.
means, go check that out.
That's right. It's in the link.
Right underneath Kristen's delicious funeral potatoes recipe. Really, 1-2 punch there. Those fucking things.
Hazel's salad looks like something you make after you see the funeral potatoes.
J-Pop writes in on the Discord. Best turkey with gravy. Turkey's a little dry. Add some of this nectar of the gods, and that shit don't be a problem anymore.
Right.
Turkey not dry? Well, then you just made this shit even better.
Yeah. Gravy is basically Thanksgiving lube.
Mm-hmm. Drown me in it.
Number 2, sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Sweet potatoes, great. Marshmallows, good. This dish, fucking fantastic.
Yeah. It can't be too soupy.
And
Yeah.
then number 1, pumpkin pie. It's delicious. I don't think it needs more of an explanation. That is empirically wrong. J-Pop.
Pumpkin pie is divisive.
It is very divisive.
I had
I
no
would not have
idea.
expected.
Yeah, considering how fucking widely regarded pumpkin spice is, but I guess that is just white girls.
It's just basic as shit. Worst. Number 3, cranberries up top. No matter the shape, because that shit is bitter.
Sweet and
Number 2,
sour.
green bean casserole. Green beans are the only food I actively dislike and don't eat, and this dish was made significantly worse when my mom accidentally used way out-of-date French's crispy fried onion that she claimed just came from the store. She got a refund for those. Holy shit, it may have been the worst thing I ever eaten.
Ah.
And then number 1, fruit cocktail pie.
This sounds absolutely horrendous.
One year when my dad wasn't sober, he decided he would dump a can of fruit cocktail into an extra pie crust that he had. It was dry and awful. I don't recommend doing this. Also, this quote unquote idea caused a big argument between my parents because my mom wanted the pie crust to use for a later date.
I just
Oh.
love the
Drunk-ass
idea of
dad was
drunk
like,
ass dad.
Dumped a can of fruit cocktail
I'll fucking show you a pie.
into the one. Holy shit. Oh, that is both a dish and an amazing story.
Did he bake it? Okay, so you're making yourself a fruit
He
cocktail
said he
pie.
baked it.
Did he?
It
No,
was dry.
he did say
Put
it
it
was
in the
dry.
oven 14 hours at 200 degrees.
Slow and low. That's how I like my fruit cocktail pie.
God.
I'm gonna be a genius.
It's great. And then
You know how
Kelly.
bad you would have to try to make if you dumped a can of fruit cocktail into a pie crust, you would expect it to be a soggy, runny disaster.
Yeah.
So to turn it into a dry, shitty experience, like that's impressive.
Slow and low.
skill.
All right, my list. Top 3. Number 3, I wrote down perfect mashed potatoes. You know, you just gotta get that perfect mix of butter, salt, toss a little milk in there.
Gravy.
What do you stand on lumps, Kelly?
Honestly, I can have them. Like, I don't hate them if they're
All right,
there.
all
It's all right.
For 'em.
Yeah, I ain't against lumps.
All right.
Number 2, cranberry sauce. Love that shit. Number 1, leftover turkey sandwiches.
Yeah.
A lot of
then-
leftovers. I approve.
Yeah. And number 3, gravy. Just don't care for it.
This is your bad list?
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly.
Number 2, green bean casserole. And number 1, a family-sized frozen lasagna.
What?
Who would want that on Thanksgiving?
What happened? Is this a fruit cocktail pie situation?
Oh. No, I just thought about things I wouldn't want for Thanksgiving, and the first thought was a family-sized frozen lasagna.
You're gonna eat this entire family-sized frozen lasagna on Thanksgiving, Kelly.
I can't find any holes in that logic. That holds up.
No, because I couldn't come up with. I was missing. Like I was like, I only have these 2. What else wouldn't I want for Thanksgiving?
Well, I think we found your actual number 1.
Yeah, now it's cum salad.
Oh,
You heard
God.
that here first, everyone. Kelly's number 1.
Yeah.
Kelly's number 1 is cum salad.
Whip.
But yeah, including the funeral potatoes recipe and the Hazel's pineapple cheese salad, Mel also posted a Jamie Oliver recipe for whatchamacallit? Yorkshire puddings.
Yorkshire puddings, Shit
which
looks good, too.
includes some. You put a little fireball in it.
That shit's crazy.
Was the fireball for that, or was that for something different?
Oh, that's the. Is that?
That was her pie.
That's another pie. Yes, that is Kristen's pie, the apple cranberry pie. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Let's all go to Kristen's house and let her bake us
Yeah,
stuff.
make me vegetables.
Yeah, and pies.
Make me vegetable pies. J-Pop said that the idea for the fruit cocktail pie came at about 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Oh man, that's a post-shower beer idea.
Shower beer.
So since we determined that leftovers are the best part of Thanksgiving, let's just cook Thanksgiving on Wednesday and then eat leftovers on Thursday.
I like
That
it.
is not a terrible idea.
Like, let's stop making a
I got
big deal.
controversial opinion here. Not a fan of Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. In my opinion, outside of stuffing, everything you've made on Thanksgiving, worse the next day.
Man, nothing like a smelly Ziploc bag filled with cut up turkey.
Yep.
I think it's all good except for day later mac and cheese is kind of the worst thing in the
Oh, I
pie.
thought you were gonna say day old cum salad.
Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know, I
have
keep-
to
I
come
keep-
out on like day 3.
I keep this cum salad box in my closet, and every year I add more.
Well, that was
Jesus Christ.
fantastic. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, and it doesn't include any of your worst favorites. And
Not
I
at
hope
all.
everyone has as much cum salad as they can eat.
Just
Oh,
it's just
Have a side of cum salad
as
with
much
your,
cum salad as you can stomach.
with your family-sized lasagna.
I hope as you're spooning the cum salad into your mouth, you're just staring daggers at your grandmother, never breaking eye contact.
You know, no, I hope you have 40 Papa John's pizzas. We didn't talk about that video. Did you guys watch that?
no. I did not, but I read about it. And
Papa John's
it feels
doing-
like it needs to be combined with the 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Yeah, Papa John's not doing good.
He looks so
He
bad.
looks real bad.
The goddamn, the audio of it sounds like they distorted his audio.
Yeah.
But I think that's really him.
Like, I was gonna say,
So
I
Papa
was gonna
John's
say
Schnatter,
on
guys, he's
Twitter
just
that
not
he looks
having it. The
real
founder and
greasy,
former
Yeah, he does.
but I didn't want to say that because then someone would be like, "You're disparaging Italians."
Now, you can disparage any white people or person all you want.
Well, no, I
Fine.
can't. I can't, especially because I'm Italian. But I don't want to have to explain that to people on
Yeah,
Twitter.
didn't you guys both go off on anti-Italian tangents in recent weeks?
Yeah, we called them wops and dagos.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't think that's aired yet, though. I think that was on the
Oh, the secret episode.
In the last
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah,
And
look
it's
forward to
not the
that.
same pizza. It's
Yeah.
not the same product. It just doesn't taste as good. The way they're making the pizza, the way they're putting the pizza together is just not fundamentally sound to what makes a Papa John's pizza a Papa John's pizza.
So is he talking shit about Shaq because
Yes.
because he kind of got squeezed out? You know, he's still Papa John, but because he said that shit about Kaepernick, he doesn't really have control anymore. So he's just throwing shade at Shaquille O'Neal. You know who you don't want to throw shade at? Shaquille O'Neal.
Papa John, how my ass tastes.
especially when you look like Papa John.
He's got balls like Judd fucking Nelson and Steel.
I tell you what, since Shaq kind of became the face of Papa John's, we've gotten Papa John's recently, and it's great.
You know this ends with Papa John busting into a boardroom meeting and shitting out 40 pizzas onto the table.
Yeah, that is the main story of the interview is over the course of 30 days, he ate 40 Papa John's pizzas, and he said they didn't taste good.
Now, I'm
It's
not going to say
basically
I
those
can't
Pokemon
eat.
people. Yeah, it's essentially those Pokemon people playing it in 15 hours just to complain about how much they hate it.
Right.
Yeah. He looks like it's God, he looks like bad period Scott Hall.
Yeah.
It kind of does. You're right.
Yeah, when Scott Hall had that really bad period.
Yeah, when he just
He was
looked
PMSing so bad.
when he just looks like a living ham.
Papa John, the original purple ham jam.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Lee.
You're welcome.
You guys want to talk comics and get out of here?
Let's do that.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
I've been
Problem with hams is they're always jamming your hands.
This fucking dog has been sleeping at my feet this entire show, and he just wakes up now.
He heard
He likes
Felder.
comics.
Yeah. He's probably going to go eat a roach trap.
Immortal Hulk 27 was fucking great.
Yep.
It looked awesome. I like that they're playing with Dario Ager, whoever the fuck the Minotaur that runs Roxxon is fucking cool. I especially like the panel where he's like sipping out with a little teacup, but he's got no lips, so it looks kind of weird. And they do that thing for the first several pages where it's like the top part is the boardroom, and the middle part is Hulk preparing for his attack, and the bottom part is at the base he's attacking. I love when they do that shit.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's a very comic booky thing. It was fucking great. It looked awesome because every issue that Bennett draws looks awesome. And fucking surprise, surprise, now that Hulk and Ben are working together, Hulk can come out in the daytime, and that's no good for anybody. Fucking great. That's an outstanding series.
Did you read do you look at the letters pages at all?
Sometimes, yeah. And what looks like his son died?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And you'd never be able to tell from like his work.
But I know that he's not drawing the next issue. I saw that thing the other day. It was like, yeah, Joe Bennett no longer drawing Hulk 28. And I'm like, well, fucking yeah, of course not. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Awful. What else? Avengers 26 was annoying as fuck. Just because I don't give a shit about Starbrand. Like, Starbrand confuses me, and I don't get it. But
Marvel really wants to make Starbrand happen.
They didn't. Like, Hickman had a real boner for Starbrand for a minute, and then they forgot about him. And then now they remember it again, although...
You forget, there was a Starbrand and Nightmask series.
There sure was.
I definitely did forget.
Yep, there sure the fuck was. Although the notion of the first Starbrand being a T-Rex is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I do like that a lot.
And the second Starbrand being a big gay caveman.
Also good.
And his tiny gay caveman boyfriend, I believe, fashioned the world's very first vest, which is kind of hilarious. And then, yeah, they fight some monsters, and he becomes a Starbrand. And he's the big, giant, hulking Starbrand that's like of the Avengers 1,000,000 BC, which is a concept I do really like.
Yeah.
The 1,000,000 BC Avengers is just stupid enough to love it. But
I like that. Like every now and then they go and just do a one shot about those guys.
yeah, that is great. I just don't give a fuck about Starbrand. But whatever. Maybe it'll be cool. Spider-Verse #2 leaned way too hard into the Spider-Man gimmick, and I did not care for it. Like, the idea of there being an Aunt May somewhere out there in the multiverse that has Spider-Man powers is adorable and funny, but I don't need an entire issue about it.
Yeah, it seemed like one long drawn out bit.
Yeah, it's too long for a bit. Fucking King Thor #3 is great. It looks incredible. Sassad Riddick is back doing the last Jason Aaron Thor story, and it just looks good.
Have you seen the Mike Del Mundo cover for the last issue of that?
I don't believe I have.
It's tremendous. You look it up.
Bet it is. That guy is the real goddamn deal.
Yeah, like it's really good.
And then the End of Absolute Carnage. Otherwise known as the best work of Ryan Stegman's career, because holy shit, that happened finally. It was.
I was kind of torn on that book.
It ended very quickly.
Yeah, I didn't like. I liked it up until the last issue, and I didn't dislike it, but it just like it didn't end.
There were so many. It feels like I feel like the end is probably going to be the next issue of Venom, which sucks because ended here,
Yeah, like it didn't feel like an ending at all to me. It was just like, hey, Null's coming.
Yeah, so the ending should be where they fight Null, but that's gonna be the next thing because comics, I guess.
Yeah,
that part kind of sucked.
Yeah, it just kind of left me feeling meh about the whole thing.
Really, just as a vehicle for the next thing, which I know that's what you got to do in comics, but really egregious here. I feel like.
Yeah.
Although I did like Venom making a big giant sword and just ripping Carnage's crazy spine out. That was kind of cool.
That was cool.
There's a lot to like about it for sure, but enough to not like too.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I liked a lot of it, but it was just like a weird sour note to end up things on.
Yeah. But I think with tomorrow, Venom comes out, and so it might be a good little epilogue to the whole thing. Which
tomorrow's Venom and the first issue of the new Scream series.
Oh, that'll be cool too. And then last thing I'll talk about is Batman Superman #4. I like that, man. Again, that one looked really great. Gorgeous. This idea, the Secret Six, the Infected, that's a pretty cool fucking gimmick. I like that. Like the way Marquez draws all those characters. It looks really, really good. And it's going to be real spooky. I like it. It's fun. I like all that Batman Who Laughs shit. As for as big and dumb as Metal was, and how I don't really understand what happened at the end of it. I do like the Batman Who Laughs, and as easy as, oh man, he's Batman, but he's the Joker is as a concept, I like it. Call me a basic bitch. What can I say? I like it. What you got, Kelly?
Jimmy Olsen 5 came out, and that book's really good. Are you reading that at all? Are you reading?
I read the first several, and then it just didn't make the cut. I liked it just fine. It just didn't make the cut.
Are you reading?
Did you get to the part where his basketball team makes the playoffs?
I did. I hung on that long. There's nothing else to see here.
Yeah. Well, in this issue, it was revealed that Alfred's been paying off people to laugh at Batman's jokes for the past many years. It's spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on
this. I
this.
like that.
But
that's hilarious.
So, did you read Event Leviathan?
Yes.
So no one realized it, but issue 4 of Jimmy Olsen spoiled the ending of that.
Oh, really?
Because in issue 4, Jimmy is posing as Timmy Olsen, who is a YouTuber who was pranking people, and one of his pranks was driving down the street and yelling at people, "Manhunter is Leviathan."
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Which is just the ending of Event Leviathan.
That's pretty funny.
Jimmy Olsen's great. Let's see, what else do I have? The 2099 stuff has been cool so far.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
Did you read the Fantastic Four book?
I might have missed that one.
That one was wild. because it picks up from the 2099 Alpha where the cowboy lady meets up with
Walks off
Herbie.
like the saddest Herbie in the world.
Yeah. Boy, howdy, does that go some places.
All right, I must have missed that one. I'll put it on the list for tomorrow.
Yeah, so I don't want to spoil how that goes because I didn't see that coming.
Cool.
The first issue of a new Annihilation series kicked off. That was
that's
fun.
right.
So yeah, I enjoyed that.
I like that the artist on that 2099 one shot has a very Greg Capullo vibe.
Yes, I like that artist a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
He's been doing a lot of stuff. This is his first Marvel work, I think. He's been doing a lot of DC stuff for a while.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Like he did the whole most of the run on Silencer over at DC, which was a criminally underread book, but somehow still made it like 16 issues. So, but yeah, that's about it. It was a good week for comics.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, forgot the question. The Deaths of Vic Sage #1 came out, and that was really good.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's good. And then Marauders is dumb as fuck, but I love it. Because
you think we're talking about nice?
X-Men Pirates.
Watchmen, as always.
Buck Wild.
3 more episodes. Lee, you still have not watched this week?
No, not yet. But it's everything I've seen is just every episode has at least a moment where I'm like, "Fucking seriously?"
Right.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I probably wouldn't have given this recent episode such a high review because there was no Jeremy Irons in it, but it was still really, really good. And
Jeremy Irons is just having a fucking ball.
He is so
really
goofy.
is.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. And not to spoil the lead or anything, but who would have thought? We laughed about this before the show tonight. Who would have thought that a sequel to Watchmen would be this good and tackle fucking old school racism, like back in the day racism? That would be the crux of the entire series.
I know I think I said this before, but to me, the Watchmen TV series kind of points out how bullshit Doomsday Clock has been and how like nothing that book has to say. Like just it's as toothless a comic as there has ever been compared to this show.
And like they haven't even really touched on so many of the little intricate details of this world that there's 3 episodes left, and there's no way they're going to get to all of that. So
no. They're really banking on more.
Yeah, I need like 5 more seasons of this.
Yeah.
It took me a second to figure out why Rorschach became this symbol for these honky ass crackers.
Oh, it makes perfect sense, and I love it.
I got it now. Yeah. Not that Rorschach was racist. But, he sent his journal to this crackpot right-wing newspaper, and they're the only ones that published it, and ergo, he became the fucking face of that segment. That's kind of fucking wild, too, because I don't think he'd appreciate being the face of that.
Yeah, but if you kind of think about it, Rorschach was kind of a libertarian.
Oh, yeah, no, he's absolutely, like, a hateful libertarian guy.
Yeah.
Full of Ayn Rand shit.
So yeah, Watchmen continues to be great. Thank you, Lee, for the hookup on that.
I know what you're talking about.
Mandalorian, as always, fucking heavy duty
motherfucking way.
Heavy duty railgun Mandalorian shit. Oh my god, it's too cool. Like he gets so shiny.
He gets so shiny.
He gets so shiny, and then he struts into that cantina. Love it. And
I love the bit where their little transponders all start blinking at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, he's in trouble now.
Mm-hmm.
Although, a couple things, how the fuck do they low jack Baby Yeet? Like, how do the transponders work? That's a weird thing.
The same way like a dog low jack works.
But
it's inject it.
Yeah, but that's how they do their bounties, is using the LoJack thingies. Like if you
Yeah.
if you had him to LoJack, why'd you let him leave?
Somebody like the Mandalorian probably stormed in and took him.
Yeah, I think that's something that you might have to just accept.
Oh, I know, but
Yeah.
it's a weird thing.
Because also, like once spoilers, once the Mandalorian grabs little baby Yeet and takes off, like, did somebody press a button for everybody's transponders to go off again? Are they all the baby Yeet transponders, or are they transponders for Mandalorian now?
Yeah, he got excommunicadoed.
Interesting.
And then, like, if the Mandalorians never take off their helmets, how do they eat?
And
They're all
then
like,
we were watching a bunch of Star Wars
"Please don't
Rebels.
take your helmet off." I'm like, how do you fucking eat?
We were watching a shitload of Star Wars Rebels, and Sabine loves taking her helmet off. So what's going on there?
Apparently, like I've watched some of the Rebels. It's pretty cool. And looking at some of I watched part of the Clone Wars movie, which the Clone Wars look has not aged exceptionally well. Doesn't look great, but apparently they dive into a lot of Mandalorian like culture and lore and stuff, and like some of the later seasons.
Yeah. And then continuing talking about TV, AEW Dynamite continues to impress me.
Dude, this last episode was fucking crazy good.
Like, it entertains me, and I turn it off, and I've enjoyed myself. Like,
yep. Yeah, I can sit through a 2-hour episode like it's nothing.
And just have a good time and not hate yourself when it's done.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I skipped anything.
And they've already shown that if someone starts to get over, they will shift things, because Scorpio Sky started to get real fucking hot. So you know what they did? They let him be the first person to pin Chris Jericho, and now he duck season, wabbit seasoned Chris Jericho.
Wabbit seasoned him so hard
into giving him a title shot.
So great.
It's fantastic.
So great.
Love it.
I want to see Luchasaurus and Jake Yeager go to town. That'll be fucking wild.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. What you got, Mahoney?
I don't know. Riverdale this week.
Holy shit, Riverdale.
Oh man, Riverdale.
Did you watch Riverdale this week?
Oh,
this was the
yeah.
Thanksgiving episode of Riverdale.
I don't
And
even know where to start with a Thanksgiving episode of Riverdale.
Cheryl fed someone a dead person.
Yep, she sure did.
Well, she said she did. I don't think they did.
I mean, I also don't think she did, but for purposes of you listeners, Cheryl fed someone a dead person. And they believed it because, as you know, Cheryl lives with her dead, decomposing twin brother.
Sure does.
Mm-hmm. And her girlfriend and her nana.
And the doll, which may or may not be possessed by the triplet that Cheryl ate in the womb.
Cheryl ate in the womb, which was why she said they had such a long history of eating people, because she ate her triplet in the womb. And this show is just amazing.
Ah, so good.
It's just amazing. I love it.
FP's like, wait a minute. I'm going to be the sheriff and a gang leader now.
Yes.
Like, fuck it. Why not?
They also just like skipped ahead like 3 months. They were just like, it would be better. Let's just fast forward to Thanksgiving. This dude's the mayor now, and the sheriff is gonna be a gang leader, and Archie's mom is gonna just be totally cool with 3 hillbilly gangsters coming in and pointing a gun at him.
Yeah.
And Jughead, I don't know, like his grandfather might have read a Hardy Boys novel.
Okay, so the idea that Jughead, so not this episode, but last episode, Jughead marches in to this professor's office and says, I believe that my long dead grandfather wrote the first issue of what is essentially the Hardy Boys, and the person who runs this school stole it from him. I need you, professor, who probably drives a Kia, to go storm that man's office, your boss's office, and demand justice for my long dead grandfather, because it's the right thing to do. It's the truth. You gotta. And I was laughing, like hysterically laughing at the idea that an adult would go put their job on the line for some teenager's dead grandfather because he thinks he wrote a book.
Yeah.
And I said,
But then-
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then that teacher came back to class, said, "Sorry, I can't help you, Jughead," and threw himself out a fucking window and committed suicide.
Yep.
What?
It's the best show.
It's the best show.
The Mandalorian is
imagine?
something special, but Riverdale is high art.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, this is essentially this. I don't even know what kind of comparison to draw. What sort of problem someone in my life could bring me that I would look upon with such disdain as this moody teenager being like, "I think my grandfather wrote that book. You got to go yell at your boss." Be like, "Get away from me."
That's amazing. So good.
Show's great.
All right. Let's land this bird. It's a long one, but it's a fun one. I liked it.
There was
Good.
a real cum salad episode of the podcast here.
Hey, I christened the new Discord section with some cum salad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really upsetting thing to hear someone say out loud. I don't like it. Didn't care for it at all. Horrible. All right. So that was that's the show for this week. It was fucking great. What are we doing next week? Anything any brilliant ideas for next week?
First week of December, do we want to do like a pop topic? What do you want for Christmas?
Ooh, I like it. I
All
like
right.
it. I like it. What you want for Christmas? It can be like, that one thing you really want, like a solid list going on, whatever. Just, don't send me like a dissertation. I'm not gonna read that. Keep it succinct and don't talk about hookers, Juan.
What I
Looking
really
at you.
want is all of those paper plates I ate to come out of my body without giving me paper cuts.
Oh,
Oh, they're nice and soggy. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's all wet.
I think we should all chip in and get Juan a hooker for Christmas.
Ridiculous. All right.
Yeah. All right,
So
I can tell that you agree.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying no. I'm not gonna
Okay.
belittle your art.
All right, I'll send you a Venmo request.
Love it.
I don't know. People take offense when you say that they should just get a hooker if they've been begging for sex for 15 years. I'm not saying Juan's been begging for sex for 15 years, but
I mean, that just
People.
seems like a good idea.
some people just want to be, wanted. And you know what the best way to get wanted is? Complain on Twitter about how long it's been since you had sex.
I hear people love that.
Hang on. Yes, man.
Oh, God damn it.
It's been 1 week.
Fantastic.
Oh,
God. All right. So email us. Popcast@PanelsOnPages.com. Leave us a voicemail, 616-951-1POP. Hit us up on the Discord. I mean, this fucking the Discord is where it's at. It just is.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop posting links on Facebook because the only response we get on Facebook anymore is from Eric Magnus, and he sends us a message. So I asked him in the chat. I was like, "Hey, do you use the links on Facebook?" And he goes, "What links?" So if you depend on Facebook for links to the show, let us know. Otherwise, I'm gonna stop doing it. Fuck you, Zuckerberg.
And if you depend on Facebook for the links, fucking join the Discord.
Right.
Good stuff. All right. We'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Nyes, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you fools next week. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
monetize this, you fucking Google ass bitch.